after you slaughtered half of our group.
Roll the
That's true.
Not necessarily the lore, but the other things. So like, I will. So, as I put in the announcement, y'all basically pulled off a 5v8.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Bless
yeah,
you, Josh.
it should have been a
Yeah, no,
6v8.
really.
It should have been a 6v8 that was very, very possible, but I forgot to remove 2 enemies due to the absence of that NPC. So it just was bad. So y'all actually did, like I said, lethal. And I'm sure that y'all felt that.
Gee, I wonder.
So as y'all probably know, I think y'all put y'all's extra EXP on your characters. I'm pretty sure y'all did, right? Yeah.
I did not do anything of the sort.
I think I changed yours.
Okay, yeah, because you guys got to have a fun extra session, and I had to live life and do work.
It was a good time.
No, it wasn't. It was so bad. Though.
Was it really
was
so bad?
Yeah, it was
It was
terrible.
Somehow I
bonded
don't
with
believe
It's
you.
like-
It's crazy.
It's like when someone's on a diet, so you tell them the food you're eating is bad, so they don't feel like they're missing out. You know.
Yeah.
Dude, my
Yeah.
mom would
This
actively
bitch.
do that to me when I
This bitch.
was gluten intolerant because of my father. I live in constant fear because one day I will evolve backwards and I won't be able to eat bread
No.
anymore. And so
He
my
gets
mom
that,
was always
no.
like, "I'm not having this really nice glutinous treat that you can't have, child." And I'm just like,
Damn. I guess I'll just kill myself.
but now I can eat it again.
Hey,
So
Yay!
I don't care if my intestines are slowly evaporating over time if I do secretly have celiac disease, but whatever.
It's only
that'd be
doing
my
that
kid's
if
problem.
you believe it.
If I
It only
believe
does
in it,
Yeah. So it's not.
let me put my tinfoil hat on.
Yeah.
Celiac is a offshoot
It's all
of
in your head.
government.
It's all in your head.
Placebo effect.
It's
Yeah.
all.
Mm-hmm.
It's all
So
imaginary.
Like how I pretended my lettuce wasn't dying, and so I was able to eat it because I pretended it wasn't dying.
Exactly.
It was
just
mostly alive. I just had to rinse it every time I used it on a sandwich.
Ain't no way.
I spent money on that lettuce. I was not letting it die.
Ain't no way. That
I understand.
Yes,
I
way.
Listen,
I
that's
bought
money you
that.
spend. It's food. You
I
gotta-
earned those American dollars. I spent those American dollars. I was gonna damn well eat those American dollars.
I
So
stand
I
with her.
justify the little treat culture. But the little treat is me buying a $50 game off of Steam.
What game?
little treats.
Well, see, I got it on
Yeah.
sale. I got Octopath Traveler, which I'm gonna be streaming.
Oh my god, I love Octopath!
So
I have to get back into streaming. Whoops.
I know. I just took a month off
Whoops.
hiatus, and I almost made 60 followers on TikTok somehow. So that's actually really nice.
I took the
Yeah.
whole summer off, and I said I'd be back in fall, and it's September's last day.
Hey, so technically, fall
still
is
fall.
October.
It's still fall.
Yeah.
Yes, but now that I've redesigned my character, I also have to redo my PNG tuber, which is.
Oh my god, wait, that's fun. I mean, not fun, but
I mean, it's fun, but I also have to do it before I can
That's
stream again.
fun.
You just gotta rewire your brain into making it fun. That's what Millie taught me, and that's what I try to do every single day because I have to gaslight myself.
Yep.
listen,
ADHD
treat it-
is a bane
just a
and
little
a
gaslighting.
boon.
Treat it like you're getting
Yeah.
XP for the little task.
It'll actually be really fun because once I finish this last chapter for Bugglaive, I don't have to upload any chapters for a whole month. So excited.
I told myself today because I was like, I don't want to go to poli-sci. Fuck that class. I was like, if I don't go to poli-sci, Kendall won't kiss me. But that's not true. But I just told myself that, and it was motivation.
Real.
Very good.
Real.
Because it's not like I told him that if I didn't go to class, he couldn't kiss me. I don't know. I gas at myself. Also, I have a lineup right here on this side of my desk. It's just 3 cups.
Real.
I don't know
Same.
where I
Very
did
good.
Literally
that.
same.
My mom used to call me the glass hoarder because I would have 13 glasses on a little end table in my room, and she'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Or nor.
She used to tell me, she's like, whenever I would try to do dishes and we didn't have enough cups, I would just go into your room. And I'm like, how dare you? How dare you expose me?
I literally have okay, so like Costco does like these tiramisu cups and these like creme brulee, and they're in glass cups.
I'm fat. I would eat
I
that up.
have 6 tiramisu cups.
Oh.
Josh, it
That
was
sounds so
like
fucking
the
good.
most
What?
devious of blunts when you had that. It was so foggy. I was like, Josh just hotboxed himself.
It begins. I had to reset my booth because
Your
now I'm
box
in a
of doom?
corner. Yeah, my
Box
box.
of
I'm in my
doom?
box right now. And it has a
The
ceiling
doom
this
box.
time.
Oh, you have a
They
ceiling?
put you in the corner?
Yeah, but now it's
No, it was
really
just
dark.
upstairs.
So I was trying to set up a light and I turned on the flashlight on my phone, but it was down there, so I just looked like I was telling campfire horror stories.
Hello.
Hey, maybe that's a vibe. Maybe is that something Dianthus would do?
Maybe.
Probably. Oh my
God.
Your method act. Oh my god, I method act too hard. There was one time I was doing an after session, Alejandro was watching, and halfway through I was like, yo, I'm actually sobbing right now.
God, yeah. So bad.
And then I went to sit with Kendall, and I was like, maybe I method act a little too hard.
No
They
such
tell
thing.
you not to do that. They tell you not to like get that far into it because it can hurt your brain.
That literally reminds me of the first session I ever had as Ori, and I like sobbed in like the last 30 minutes because a bunch of emotional crap happened, and I grew extremely attached to a certain character immediately upon meeting them.
Yeah,
I think
we know who
Kendall
that
just
character
likes
is.
to give you psychological damage because I swear he like specially targets you every session.
It's because I gave him ammo. He's like, "Oh, you want to add your own lore? That's fine. I'll use it against you." And I'm
I'll
sure.
use-
Hey, listen. I'm gonna probably regret bringing this up, but I'm sure he already remembers.
Mm-hmm.
I have an incident where Nyanka gets kidnapped in her past, and I didn't say who did it or how it affected her yet. But I think he knows who did
I
it,
guarantee you.
and I think he's gonna bring
Oh,
it
I,
up.
I do.
Hold on, I need to text
Oh,
Kendall
I
my
do.
theory.
I do. Oh, believe
Bro,
me, I.
and he
it's-
got
it's-
kidnapped by the
All,
snail?
all
Yes.
I am going to say is that is a chapter 2 matter.
Kendall, I
And
texted
you
you
will
my
have
theory
to
on
take
who
time.
it is. Can you confirm or deny?
Your theory? Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't eat this muffin yesterday because I was fighting the sore throat.
Kendall
It's probably not a good
doesn't
idea
use
to eat it now,
backstories to
Benefit
like
us.
he doesn't use backstory. Yeah, he doesn't use your backstory to like deepen your character. He uses it to traumatize you.
No. So
So
this
true.
was the way I described it to everyone. It is I set your character up, I sculpt you, and then I pull the floor out underneath you and I shoot you in both your legs. And so then I force you to crawl to make your legs back again. And then once you build yourself back up, you have a better pair of legs than you first had.
So, Kendall, what you're describing is gulag torture methods.
yeah, basically.
But
I'm-
with the legs
I'm
now.
gonna make character arc, and I'm just gonna name it Kendall's Gulag method.
Oh my fucking god. You know, I gave you a little Caitlin Professor creative writing time, and this is how you use it?
Absolutely.
I
Oh,
help you with your
absolutely.
writing, and you
100%.
repay me by shooting me.
Absolutely, especially your character, because everyone
Alright.
needs a little bit of
Now,
shooting
why
here
don't you
every now
just
and
let
then.
us level up
See-
after last session?
See, here's the thing, right? My whole thing is like, if y'all get attached too quickly, and then I take that thing away from you, y'all are going to be more mad than starting at like the bottom, right? And then working your way back up to where you kind of have a moment where you're like, everything is content, and then everything is not content at all. I'd rather be like, okay, things are not content at the start, and especially with what information that you have right now, which we'll go over once we start. Yeah, it gets a little worse. It gets a little worse.
Little?
Just healed. We just had a healing moment. Can't we just like?
We lost it.
Well,
We went to sleep.
y'all have crossed that threshold of no return now. So
What do you mean? Threshold of no return? I wasn't even there.
No, for real.
no, I'm talking about last session. I'm talking about last session.
Okay.
Where everyone was there. Y'all, after y'all fought the Black Hands now, Callison definitely knows about y'all. So things are only bound to get harder until until he's dealt
Howard
with.
Schlong.
So this is where we start getting into the point of where, all right, guys, y'all are gonna have to start thinking about how you want to deal with him because
I don't like
The
So you're saying
planning.
we're famous.
yeah, in a way, yeah.
Very demure.
Because he guarantee has heard about the stuff that y'all did at the Scholar's Burrow, what y'all did in the forest, what y'all just did now. But that all but, solidifies his understanding of like, okay, we're gonna have to bide our time and just kind of wait, and we'll just be more or less patient.
We abandon all of our
Bad
principles
behavior.
and become murdering hobos.
After that, Kendall will disband campaign. If we go down the murder hobo route, I fear Kendall will beat us with a
So-
stick.
Every time
for
we
real.
talk to an NPC, I'll use detect evil, and if there's any aura at all, we jump them.
Works for me.
You're a fireman.
Just well, I mean, I'm surprised you haven't. I was about to say, I'm surprised you haven't jumped Rena already.
No, Rita
Oh,
is the
that's
child.
unfair.
You can't do that. No, friends.
I am very interested as to. Wait, I'm missing a d6. There it is.
You're not allowed to be interested in things. That's a dangerous phrase for you.
I am very interested to see how you guys deal with this. So we'll go ahead and start.
You're not playing any music. How am I supposed to immerse?
I'm
Yeah,
streaming.
right.
I was like,
Am I not streaming? Yeah,
you
I'm
are streaming,
streaming.
but it's quiet.
Yeah, oh, here, let me. No, it's not quiet. You can increase it. It's very loud for me.
It's on max volume for me.
Okay, I will increase it even more. Wait, what is the? Wait, the stream is on max volume?
You
Oh,
can hear it. I'm in it.
like, is it very like audible? I feel like it's very audible.
Give me one
It's
second.
audible, and I literally have it at 30%.
Oh.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Caleb.
that would be the problem.
Caitlin, what happened? Want to talk about it?
I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you. There's some shame involved. I may or may not have muted the stream.
Oh my god.
Just stop laughing at me. I'm gonna ship your birthday present back to Jose.
Jose. Not to Jose.
This poor man in California just opened up his door and found D&D dice he did not order. Oh, that's a dog. I don't know why I thought that was a cat.
Oh, Shadow!
I was like, is that Finn? And then I realized that was Rosie and not Kendall. Because I was only looking at the background, I wasn't looking at the person.
You were like, why
I
is
can
Finn
assure you,
digging?
I am a half Asian woman.
Why is Kendall?
You know, I've been commonly told that I'm Asian.
The fuck? By racist people?
No, literally, like without my glasses, like a lot of people is like, yeah, man.
They tell
looks
you that
Asian.
because of your eyes, so therefore.
And it's mostly,
racist
and it's
are.
literally it's mostly because of my Native American background. Like, it's very interesting.
That's still racist.
Still racist,
I was
but
like,
like,
that doesn't make
Be
it not
real.
racist. That just means that they can't determine what race is. They can't tell the difference, so they're like, oh, someone with kind of squinty eyes, and Asian.
nah, literally, and people have said, oh yeah, this man looks so different without his glasses. Like, I don't even recognize you. It's a very Clark Kent sort of moment. And I'm like,
Those
No,
people are
it's
just dumb.
no, it's been a lot of people are dumb. I'll tell you
The
that much.
only way, Kendall, I can't recognize you, even when we were friends, is if I took off my glasses and couldn't fucking see you.
That's so
That's-
valid.
'Cause that's the only way I couldn't recognize you.
Okay. So
Anyways, D&D
how
time.
we are going to start this. So I did say you guys would be sitting down for 5 days. At the beginning of last
Damn.
session, it's gonna be taking that long for y'all to recover anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all you can restore your HP to full.
Yay.
That's thing number one. But given that span of time, we're going to be crossing into the new cycle. So that being said,
Excuse
y'all
me?
are going to be... Yep. So it's not only new wake, but it's going to be a new year.
Wait,
which-
did our 5 days pass, or am I stupid?
I am not yet. I'm gonna do a couple things before I have them actually pass. First things first, I'm gonna have y'all do all of your research rolls now up front, so I can determine what happens in that span of time. I'm gonna just start just kind of how cameras are placed. What is
a research roll?
Okay,
20.
so wait, pause. Let me make sure I establish all the rules with Josh because he may not know. I will answer your question 1 second. I think y'all started on the 21st. And
22nd.
22nd? Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you. I was pretty sure it was it was one of the two, but I did not know which
But
one
I'm
it was. Yes.
No.
I think it. Did I put it as the 22nd during that after session?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
Wait,
That's-
during the after session? I
No.
thought it was beforehand.
No.
What? I wasn't even there
No.
for that.
No, it had to. No, it has to be the 22nd. It has to. No, it,
The
yeah,
worst
it
session?
was.
I don't believe you.
No, it's the 22nd. You're right. Okay. So. Oh, I know why. I think I know why. Because y'all, ended the session, and I think I may have said something along the lines of, oh yeah, y'all's characters go to sleep, and we'll start on this day once y'all come back.
Was it the 23rd?
No. Because if
So
that was
it's
the
the
case,
20.
it would be the 23rd.
No, so, 21st transitioning to 22nd in the morning.
No, listen. Look at my notes at the top of my notes.
We started
from
last session
It
at
says 22nd.
Okay.
So it should be the
Just the
23rd.
Yeah, it should be the 23rd, yeah.
The lore masters have spoken, Ken.
Yes, so it should be the 23rd starting on that next day. Let's go ahead and do all of the research rules now. So, starting with Alejandra, which may not be present.
I'm here. I'm just on the other side of my room. And my room, I mean living room. What's up?
Do you have anything that you're wanting to do research-wise? I'll explain, Josh, once I get to you, what thing you want to do.
I was wanting to, at least in particular, I don't know if this would count as a research thing, but for me, I feel like it would. I wanted to maybe look into combat techniques that would be useful to know for things like the whip sword, since that's like a weapon that is already has been made and used for a while, and people have apparently used for quite some time.
Oh, now I gotta get out my fucking index cards!
You're welcome.
I'm sorry.
No,
No,
it's
don't say sorry. Say you're welcome. Make him do the work.
No,
You're welcome.
it's-
He's gonna put us through the trauma. He might as well do the work.
Yeah.
If
Absolutely.
you're gonna do the crime, you gotta do the
Gotta pay the time.
That is so true in my case.
Kendall, I love your very cunty flower bedspread that you totally own. It's totally not mine.
Holy shit, I have
I wanna
so
go
many
back to
index
bed.
cards.
Motherfucker, what are those for?
You'll
Torture.
find out in a moment.
The
Why do
gulag.
you have index cards?
I would also suggest players keep a few index cards at the side of them, because this is how I'm administering quests.
think I own that. You're so lucky I have some. You're so lucky. I did
This
not.
makes me wish I had
You are
spirits,
so
man.
lucky that I actually have index cards. You weenus. I said weenus with a
I'm gonna
W.
start using that.
That's the extra flap at the end of your elbow.
Dude, do you know what an insult I heard recently was? Is, do you ever get annoyed at the whistling sound in between your ears whenever it's windy outside? And I was like, "Ooh, that's a bit devastating.
Just a tad.
So I'm gonna
Calm
put
down.
what do I want to call it?
Also, friends, I apologize for no notes recap. It was literally all combat sessions, so there was nothing to recap. I was about to say,
almost
was
died.
ever no recap? Yeah, that's the recap. You guys got shot. The end.
Yeah.
3 of us almost died. 1 of us almost perma-died.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I
Tee-hee.
will save y'all. I say through tears.
Alaris.
I like how it's always the spellcasters, like me and Howrick, who are untouched.
Good.
It's 'cause I
Let it
hide
stay that
those
way.
things.
That means we're
crazy.
doing our job. That means we're doing
It's
our
very
job.
true.
as
To be left
melee
standing.
characters.
Thank
Okay.
you, squad.
Squad.
Training 5 days. Ability.
I really want Finn right now, but he's gonna start biting my ankles.
Ability gain Alaris.
Alejandro, show me your Soozles Magoozles, P5 Hoozles.
I see her little paws.
Mackie.
Oh, hold on.
Please don't tell me.
Hold on,
did
hold on,
that
hold on.
wrong earlier. That would okay. Good, I did it right. Hee hee.
Is it just her feet?
Hold on. Reveal.
Oh, your shoes! My shoes!
Back again into the cover.
She's so cute. Oh my goodness.
Yard.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. She's gripping that thing. Jesus.
Anyways.
And Montana, you have the Mackers?
The Mackie is. She's in a pile of things right next to my.
Bro, she's a chonk. Holy.
She is. She's a unit.
She's
She's a
unit. She's Mackers cubed.
Yes.
Mackers cubed.
Mackers
That's
cubed.
funny. I love that statement. Someone put that in out of context.
Mackers cubed. That's a phrase. That's all I could really say. So yes. I'm gonna give that amount, and I'm gonna increase it anytime you do training. So yes. So within this house, actually, are many different combat manuscripts of various cultures that are spanning across Intraria. You figure, since a certain someone is asleep right now, that you wouldn't mind rummaging through their books. What's the harm in that? You kind of are looking for the sort of exotic weapons. There are more the whiptails. And you do find like a scorpion whiptail. It's more native to Basilia. Do we find a house in the... Yes.
Yeah,
oh, actually,
so basically, y'all remember the lady that I was gonna call the Eastland?
Yeah.
So after we got her and we kidnapped that one guy that I'm assuming we're just keeping in her basement, we do still have a kidnapped individual in this house. We went back to her
The last
house,
guy.
which Zalt just knows where it is, I suppose, because we went walking for a while and we found her house. And now we're in her house. It's the house with the magic floor, remember? To the people who were here would know that. I just realized that Montana and Rosie were not here.
The magic floor.
Sorry.
Hey, I'll let y'all explain it. It gives me some time.
Basically, okay, how do I explain this? To TLDR, Dianthus punched a tree Minecraft style, brought it into the house, and we were trying to break it down into smaller pieces, and we started breaking Eastland's floor, and then we enlisted the help of Halric because he had mend, and we fixed the floor. So there's that. There was lots of Elmore that we played, lots of good family, I guess. Lots of good bonding, and yeah.
Did we put the hostage in the cellar? Is there
Yes.
a
I
cellar?
think
Yes,
we
yes,
think
there
the
is.
hostage
Yes.
is in
Yes,
the
there is.
basement.
He's wherever the
Fantastic.
fuck he needs
He's
to be.
not
I don't know.
kidnapped. He's detained.
He's in
It's damp.
the-
It's dark because he doesn't deserve household amenities.
The metaphorical dungeon.
We've fed him, I think, at least a little bit. I think we established that we've kind of been neglecting him, but he's not dead.
I was
I
about to
feel like-
say no war crimes, please, please.
We feed him an
No
apple
torture,
and some
please.
water.
Listen, we may or may not accidentally commit war crimes. Technically, the Geneva Convention does not exist.
There is no
Why are we justifying war crimes, Rosie?
I'm not buying them. I'm just saying they can happen on accident.
The savant, cough,
Your
cough.
Honor, it was an accident.
Your Honor, nuh-uh.
Oopsie daisy.
In my
Your Honor, I
defense,
said
Your
JK.
Honor, I'm just a silly little goose.
Your Honor,
Your
I'm
Honor,
just
I said
a
no
girl.
homo.
Your Honor, I mean, who cares? He's dead now. Like, can we just let this go?
Nobody liked him.
Exactly.
Your Honor, he had no friends.
It was a mercy killing at that point.
He didn't listen.
Your Honor, he's an insult.
Oh, yo.
Absolved. Absolved of crimes.
Okay, so what I will say, I'm going to give you an ability that is called. Okay, actually, it's going to be a resource pool. So something that you are finding is there are a ancient creed of people that are known as the Elaris, which is spelled Elaris. Oh, okay.
Gotta make a cool doc. Okay, what?
Okay, so it's called the Elaris. With 5 days of training, you're kind of looking into their different manuscripts and how they use these swords. They use them to gap close on their enemies, even to backstep, creating kind of a barrier between them that is able to deflect projectiles as well, especially when they're more skilled. You can also use these weapons to also kind of brace yourself against any falls and kind of using it as more of a hook shot sort of situation. And you can use it to kind of swing or hang off of surfaces with enough practice. But at least for the basics, it does help you with kind of gaining stability in battle. So with this is a kind of a resource gauge, by the way. I will decide how I want to do this at a later date, given that there's not combat for a little bit. So for roleplay purposes, I'm just assuming that you can do this functionally every time. You gain 3 usages of this. The way you get them back is by making successful attacks with the whip sword in question. The 2 abilities that you'll start off with are Tether and Hook. Tether, which basically you throw it at an enemy, and if it is a successful hit, then your blade stays like on them, and at any time once you pull your blade back to you, which is an immediate action, you cause damage.
Oh, amazing.
And Hook, which costs 2 Elaris, which basically immediately the target that you are hooked to pulls them straight to you in a square adjacent to you of your choice. So very much like a scorpion, get over here sort of situation. But that being said, kind of go through your stuff. Oh, she muted. She's gone. Oh no, she muted.
Gone.
Oh no. She's probably talking to her sister.
Oh my god, a celebrity? Tell your sister I say hello.
She literally. Okay, but in the meantime. Okay, going next. Oh god damn it! I have to reorder that. Okay, so we're gonna actually start off with that tortured member, unless you want me to wait for wait for Alejandro. You want to wait for that? Okay. All right.
I don't think he's tortured. We're just kind of not taking care of him.
He is deprived of fresh air. That's all. Maybe he deserves it.
Maybe we haven't been cutting off toes or fingers or anything. No
How do you know that?
waterboarding.
Maybe y'all haven't.
How's that I open a bag and there's 3 like dismembered toes in there, and I'm like,
Oh my god.
It's just underneath my bed. Oh my gosh.
Wait,
no.
you mean Elzada actually?
Never know.
Never know.
You know what?
so
Maybe
she-
Elzada was. You know, I'm just saying he did almost kill somebody,
We
and
haven't
he's
gotten
not a good person.
to that level of insanity yet. I think for that to
Yeah.
happen, like everyone would have to die or something. You know, she's had a mental breakdown before where she self-isolated for almost 10 years straight, so
That does shit to a person.
she can get to that level of mentally unstable.
Right.
Can happen.
Gotcha.
No, please.
Okay. We will go next to Caitlin for research.
Ooh, I actually have a lot of things I want to do because I wrote it down.
It's
while
5
we were
days.
doing Alejandro's stuff.
Hoi.
All right, Kendall, did you say that you're selecting us off of vibes?
What's up?
I thought you said it's vibe based. And
No, I'm secting. No, the camera order, the camera order for me. So
I thought that's what you meant. It was vibe based. And I was like, damn, but evil to the rest of your friends.
no, it wasn't at all.
Oh my god, Alejandro, I will like sob if you do Inktober. I want to see
I
every
try to
single
do
one.
it each year, and I always fail because it starts falling apart because I can't do them.
I heard the Inktober list is trash this year.
Really?
She just sent it to me, so I'm looking at it like.
Yeah,
just now.
they're like all synonyms for each other. It's like a hike, a journey, a travel. They're like all the same word.
Oh, you're right. Oh. Oh.
Gotta make your own list.
Nah.
Make your
you
own
know what?
list.
Okay.
Do Inktober Shamiri edition.
I'm trying. I don't know. I'll think about it.
Intraria edition.
Inktober always fucks me over.
Intraria
I fuck
edition.
myself over with Inktober because then I
Here.
get upset that my things don't match the list.
You could
or
do
I
it with
get
Ken.
upset.
And then
Here,
you can
just
trade.
just do it this way. Instead of doing a daily thing, do like a weekly thing.
Oh, that's so how I also fail Inktober. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe my time management's better this year.
Never know. All right, cool.
Okay,
So okay, what's up?
I think I'll save the fun thing towards the end, but I wanted to research Callison, specifically him.
Well, that goes with the Black Hands research that
Yeah, I was also gonna do current Black Hand movements, but I wanted assistance from Rena. If you want to roleplay that, we can. I was gonna ask her if she could do some scouting for me, and I was gonna make a hand-drawn map of their recent movements. Because Elzena's insane. And I wanted
Join this also?
absolutely
the Black Hands?
friend. For
Yes.
sure. If you want to buddy up, I welcome all of the friends.
Yippee.
And then I wanted to research if there's any local relics that could potentially hold Inhar.
Okay.
Can I stuff him in another item and leave him so he'll shut the fuck up?
So, what you're
What is
observing?
this?
We're just doing the Subaka.
This is
thing,
kind of
yeah.
fun. This song kind of slaps.
So, in short, a portion of the forces that are currently at Fallon proper, at least in the information that you would have gathered from Rena and as well as Halric, they kind of journey out, so taking their very few days, just kind of traveling out, trying to keep to the shadows, mostly nighttime travel. Both of you discern that most of their forces are held at Fallon, so they definitely heard about something. And someone probably reported back that you guys are there. And it seems as either they're keeping something in or keeping people out, because on every entrance side of Fallon, there are guards. And so you two are trying to think of various ways of how to get in, but the only ways that you'd imagine are hidden underground paths, which Rena says that there are a few, and tells Halric this as well. Halric, you're kind of hearing something like the wall kind of telling you a little bit about these hidden tunnels, and you have reason to believe that they are they're connected to Southern Fallon in a way, just for emergencies. So you could probably get into the city from the middle, but you'd have to find where exactly this is. What's up?
All right.
Are these the tunnels from the Raising?
Could be, could not be. Rena doesn't actually know the origin of
Make the child smarter then.
but
Give her all the answers.
Nope. However, a portion, probably about 40% of the portion of the people that were stationed, of the Black Hands that were stationed there, actually shifted over towards Vautier, of which there's a full perimeter surrounding and encampments on all sides of Vautier to prevent any in and out movement.
And I'll be discussing this with the party friends, so when you hear this, don't be like, whoa. So based off the information that I got from Idris, they're going to try to him and Yara are going to try to break up the bullshit that's happening in Vautier, correct?
They're gonna try to at least cause a distraction, because you still know that the Yamoran Valkyries are not quite ready yet to stage that assault.
Do we know what those are, friends, just in case?
Nope.
Alright, the Yamoran Valkyries are basically a bunch of really shiny, cool dudes in armor, and women, obviously, and other people. And they're from Ogera. They are... Is it a spoiler to say who oversees them, Kendall? Or
No, it's not a spoiler
Oscar?
because it's common information.
They are ran by the Duke of the Duchy, which is a country in Ogera. And I can't say his name, right? That is
No, you can.
I can? Okay, well, his name is Volxus. He has a cool name. And
Kingdom Hearts type beat.
he sometimes has one of his heirs with him. We don't know which one that could be, but it's one of them. So
Actually,
there's
well, no,
it's a
y'all.
50-50 option.
Wait. No, you guys would know this because you've seen that specific individual with when Thusand was here.
You're right. We did. Which one is it? Is it Lily or is
It's
it
Lily.
Talia?
It's Lily.
It's Lily. Okay. So it's Lily. And for other knowledge, Lily is the one that has a missing eye and a missing arm.
For her. I like her.
Oh,
A missing eye? No, she's
A missing eye and a missing arm?
missing
no,
two.
she has a missing eye. Oh, she missing both of her eyes? Oh yeah, that's right. She tore out the
She's
other one.
blind,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah, she tore out the
I
other
didn't
one.
know
Yeah.
about that one.
My bad friends. I forget lore.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Lily is quite metal. We love her. I love her. She's funny. But so yeah, the Immortan Valkyries. I want to say they're mercenaries. I feel like that's just the wrong word for them.
No, they are more dragoons. They are actually
Yeah.
resident
They're like
knights.
a form of militia. I think is more accurate. They're like an order of like.
And I think in order, an organized militia, I wouldn't even say. I would say actually more like a squadron or platoon. They are very organized and they have to fight dragons. So they are
militia doesn't have a quantitative value to it. It can
more
just be
specifically.
a group of motherfuckers with guns.
Well, that's what I'm saying is the Immortan Valkyries are actually more of a creed. Like they are very, very specific about the people that they choose. So they don't just let any old person off the street basically be a part of their order. If that's the case, then you'll be a part of like their natural cavalrymen or just foot soldiers of the duchy. You will not be enveloped into the Immortan Valkyries, of which there are like maybe 50 out of probably hundreds of thousands of other soldiers. They are very selective in their process because you've got to be able to be a dragoon in that sense. You have to be adept at fighting dragons. If not, you cannot be a part of their order.
Fighting dragons or fighting on dragons? Or
Fighting
dragons.
Fighting dragons.
Because the duchy, I mean, you probably know this.
Yes,
Gary, the
absolutely.
Duchy and obviously the dragons are in war right now with one another.
Oh, absolutely.
Any other questions, friends? Before I begin to yap on the original point that I'm kind of forgetting what it was. Basically, Idris and Yara are going to break open Voucher for us so we can pimp slap Callison, who's the leader of the Black Ants.
Ella.
I know we haven't talked about that in character, but just above table, that's what's happening.
Can I have this in text from me?
I squared. Text form. Text form.
I can try my hardest.
You could do it in the notes that you make.
I'm about to say I'm writing it down in notes.
Okay, great. I'm sorry. I'm listening and I received the information, but I cannot promise I'll remember the information.
Here, I've got a picture representation of it. Here, I'm gonna put it. Alright, so this is honestly very bad. This is a very bad representation of this. But it's scribbles, right? So basically, you've got like the party down here in Southern Falum. This is the force that's keeping them out of Falum. You basically have this force that just recently moved to Valtir. You're having Idris, which I put I squared because both their names start with I, so they're going to go this way, fighting into Valtir, which is surrounded by all. However, the base of operations is the skein of the cleaver, which is something that all of y'all would know. Also, Idris would be very familiar with this. This is kind of local lore that is involved of like the sighting of one of the only old gods in Scythia. And you can literally see their hands like being held by shackles underneath the earth and the kind of mountain that inhabits. But they're using that as their base of operations for right now. In addition to that, they're also using Ymir there as well, and also there's a summoning circle that is binding that old one from awakening. So this is another thing that they're trying to get a catalyst for to hasten the summoning process.
We love that.
We gotta kill him.
We love it.
You gotta kill them. Yeah, that'd be good. But I think you gotta start with the man, the myth, the legend, Callison. Speaking of which, I will say you finished all your research in the span of time. So I'm just going to let you guys know, or rather, specifically to Elzetta. Elzetta, you would learn that all alchemists from this point forward, as you go north, are very secretive and avoid most contacts with people because of the fact
they don't
that
want to get shot.
Oh.
They don't want to
Because
be
the
the one
Black
person
Hands-
that has the portal juice, and then they're just like, oh, for real.
So if you
Yeah,
are
this
a merchant, especially if you're carrying potions, you do not have those things
Potion.
on you.
Oh, shit.
Otherwise, you will lose your life very likely.
Oh,
Something that you learn about Callison is he attempts to summon some sort of dark being from beyond the abyss that will hasten or assist in the process of resurrecting an old one. The same one at the skein of the cleaver that I was talking about.
Summoning a being of darkness, you say?
It's from the abyss.
Being
Could
from
be
the abyss.
Could be an aberration.
Isn't the abyssal plane where Enhar's gonna go fuck off to, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes. So very likely it is a demon
kidding.
it is a demon of some sort. That is all you are aware of. However, the location of where the summoning will be is difficult to tell. And the last bit of information, which is more or less kind of obvious and goes without saying, is the higher power that the Black Hands answer to seems to originate from the pyramid. And in addition to that, they're attempting to use the old ones to break this barrier. Specifically.
I remember you telling me that a long time ago. I've stored that up in the brain box.
All right, you've got all the information regarding the Black Hands that I think you will need. More specific information. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What?
I was gonna say, do you want to do the relic thing or the fun thing?
It's up to you.
No, you're the DM. You decide. I don't want to make choices.
Relic thing.
The what?
Relic thing.
Okay. I can't tell. You said so quickly.
You say.
All right.
We'll
Is
say the
there
fun
any
thing for
like
you.
local magic item in the area that I can use to stuff Enhar in?
Potentially, there's some fabled stories regarding Hyperion in the Eastland. But in terms of the exact location, you do not know. All you know is it's somewhere near you.
All right. Looks like I gotta ask the wifey.
All right. So going back to Alejandra for Kaichi real quick.
Woo!
So you said you were learning. Okay, so Alaris. Let me go ahead and look over here real quick to see if there's anything else that I'm missing. I think that's was that everything for you, or did you?
That I wanted to research, or for the weapon, or what?
Anything really. Anything really.
Let's see. I think the weapon thing was the bigger part. I don't know. I guess I need more research that can be done as far as like the mask. I don't know where to start with, but I'm more so interested in like the Nayland lore side of things and how this thing has its twin in Nayland, but this guy's over here. What the fuck is up with that, you know?
And interesting. May want to do some research with a certain someone by the name of Halric. Which we'll get to momentarily. You actually start finding some connections of which Halric kind of. Oh yeah, don't worry, I've got it. So roleplay wise, let me get my phone. Kaichi, I would probably imagine that you put on the mask, yeah, at some point, just kind of talking.
Probably as long as permission has been given by either Nyanko or Elza.
Well, let's go ahead and roleplay that out.
What's happening? Oh fuck! I'm
so
sorry.
As you're trying to divine the origin point of like historical evidence within the mask in question, you approach Elzetta and just kind of Nyanka as they're talking. You see also Levia more or less on her side, just reading a book on the couch, and she's looking up.
Then Miss Asla, hey, Elzetta, I have a question for you.
What is your question?
So I was wanting to do some research on the mask, and maybe dig into some things that I found out about it. Take a breath to keep yourself composed.
It is not things you do not find out about yourself, or
it is nothing about gambling or habits that you think I am developing.
It's okay. It is not me what to prove yourself to. I am an impartial judge. I would never make fun of you for that.
Can I have the mask?
So give it to you.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Mm-hmm. Slap that sucker on my face.
All right. Hello. Friend, are you present? Yes. Think so.
I've forgotten that I haven't given you a name.
Well, I'm down to take whatever name that you might, have for me. Kinda goes quiet, makes like a little light ticking noise. Like,
we'll call you, Alto? Yeah, sure.
alto. Like the instrument? The tune?
Like the music.
Like
yes.
the music, like the musical pitch of that is usually sung by females.
Yes.
It's like, well, I suppose I do have an alto tone. I could be an alto 2 or 3.
Mask, I cannot
As if I-
describe why I chose the name. Anyways, I was more so curious to see if maybe you remembered anything else about, well, your previous creators, masters, owners. I do find it a bit strange that you've been torn from your other half, so to say, for the mask. And that you found yourself in a cave, certainly away, or at least from what you said, abandoned, I think.
Yes, you're right.
Why'd you change the music?
And no, why is it so spooky?
Let's see if y'all are paying attention. So, it then says, well, I do remember bits and pieces. I remember something falling from the sky, and people rising from the ground, and like, it seemed like they were somewhat lifeless. I mean, they all kind of rose up with this purple sort of skin that was cracked everywhere. But I do remember, now that you mention it, there are some words that I remember from my last wearer. It said
Please do tell.
to trust Aurelia and Hayase, and to avoid the listener.
Hayase. And avoid the listener?
Yes, to avoid the listener, yes.
Do you remember anything about why? Or I suppose who even told you this?
Well, it was Aurelia. More specifically, what I remember, she was a halfling fae sorcerer. And she was able to travel between here and a very distant land. And as Rift Dancer, she was able to bring down, like, this certain strange figure, that recently got out at that period of time. I don't know how long this was ago. Probably could be 10, 50, hundreds of years. But there was an individual by the name of, or by like a title called the Lucid Dreamer, and this person held the name Novi, and I don't really know much more than that. I believe I was put on to help her with dealing with this threat, and I think we managed to defeat her in the end. But Aurelia herself wasn't feeling super well after the battle, so I think she had hid me away. But I think it's about the majority of what I can remember.
Well, thank you. This is a great amount of information. Does this at all affect you in any way? These memories or these thoughts, I suppose?
No, I mean, they're very distant from me, and any emotions that are connected to them are lost. So, I guess not really. I mean, they're not really my memories, per se. They're more memories of the person who was, had done me last.
You're right. You're right.
And why do you ask, if you don't mind?
Well, being completely honest, I'm mostly just curious, and you came from Neilindi. I am interested to learn about a relic that is found in a different land, but seemingly separated from its other half, which is also from my land. Though now I'm a bit more confused about these things. But you are in some way sentient. I think it is also just polite to check in.
Oh, well, of course, of course. I mean, I will see what I can then divine from here forward, but I honestly don't know. I will try to see what I can come up with, but I think the only other way in information... Actually, that is a good point. I believe... Now that I remember... I think my other half was there. And I think Hayase was wearing them.
Your Hayase, so you were being worn by, I suppose, Novi?
No, I was being worn by Aurelia, but we were fighting Novi, which is this lucid dreamer figure that I was talking about.
I see. Sorry, guys, keep typing.
Oh, no, that is not his
typing
name.
too.
That is
I'm
not
like
his name.
furiously writing this down. I'm trying to
I've got
goodness
so many
this session
typos,
for the
it doesn't
whole-
matter.
That NPC, by the way, that is not the guy in question.
Was this not?
I knew that was the Potato Man. I was like, this would be an insane.
What was the name of the Potato Man then?
Hold on. It definitely wasn't Hayase, but hold on, let me check my notes.
Didn't we? We learned about him at that.
You
Because
did?
he was a book seller.
Oh, yeah, okay, so Hayase was the person who gave the book to the guy.
Him
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy in question's name was not
Hayase
Thank you.
Kitsune?
Yes, indeed.
And wasn't Hayase maybe he was from the same place as Kaichi, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah.
But and
Okay.
someone in her family line as well that she seems to have absolutely no
Yo, uncle. Yo,
no
cousin.
recollection of. So either someone, and like from what Kaichi remembers specifically, it's like she remembers her father talking about him maybe briefly in conversation, but as to the direct relationship of the person in question is unknown. So you don't know if that's an uncle, you don't know if that's a father, you don't know if that's like a cousin. It's a lot of up in the air variables.
Yeah, this shit's crazy.
Josh.
Creates
I'm
a
sorry.
big mystery.
Josh,
But the only lead and location that you guys have is that he's in Petone right now.
Yeah.
Or at least as of the
Petone.
last known location. That's so
That
true,
is-
Josh.
Interesting. This Hayase wore the twin mask. Do you remember maybe if you left with your other half?
I think he did, yes. I think they separated after they came back from the battle versus Novi. And they both were at this place known as Nailindi, I think.
See, but how did that get in the hands of the Mori? This is a silly question, but you don't happen to have a supernatural connection to your other half, do you?
I think I do. I mean, we are used to talking to each other if the other member is wearing the mask at this period of time.
Are you able to sense if he's being worn at the moment?
Yes, I can. Give me a moment. You then see everyone who's like nearest Kaichi. You see the mask, instead of it glowing like its usual like purple blinking color indication, the verbal like the speech that is emanating from it, it like dims for a bit and it goes like this really like sharp gray and silver color and just kind of pulses very slowly. And eventually you see this rainbow fluorescent color then blink all around the seams. Yes, my mask, my partner is being worn at this moment in time.
Okay, let's think through this in a smart way. Putramori have a mask, and I'm contacting someone that's Putramori. It's probably not the best idea. He's not right now. I think that is good to know. I think I'll put aside maybe contacting them another time.
I mean, I can speak directly to it if you want me to.
You're
But
specifically
granted,
with
yes, just the mask itself. I mean, yeah, I could definitely talk to him, but that is if he just wants to. I mean, from what I remember, we weren't necessarily on the best of terms last time we spoke, but I do not know
see.
why.
I wonder if both of you are the same then, without certain key memories. Well then, why not? I suppose just a hello or whatever the relic equivalent is of that for speaking
I
to your
can-
other half.
Oh, of course, I can ask that. Give me a moment. You then see, like, it go blank again, and you see it, like, pop up with a sharp purple color, like it's used to, but it's, like, speaking, but there's nothing that you hear, Kaichi. And probably about 30 seconds that pass. Then says, well, he responded. He just responded, I guess. He just said hello. That's all I could really... I mean, I did as he asked, so...
That's just fair. I did just say hello. I think for now, I'm satisfied with this. This is good information to have, Alto. Thank you.
Of course. If you need anything else, I cannot promise that my memory will be perfect every time, but I will definitely try next time that I am available.
No, certainly. I shall make sure you are kept and maintained well.
Well, thank you. I would rather not be left in a dusty cave again.
No, absolutely not.
Though I believe now that Aurelia did leave me there. Now that I
So it wasn't Aurelia. Okay.
Aurelia did leave me in that tunnel that you found me in. So I think that was my last memory, so whenever that was ago, couldn't have been too long ago, though.
Huh. So there was some trading of you at some point, and someone certainly left you in there, but it wasn't her. Okay. Well, we might yet find out too, someday.
Absolutely. Just keep me in your mind and thoughts, and I'll be sure to send for, you'll be able to send for me next time, and just let me know when you're having a meal. I would like to at least have a little bit of smack rolls and morsels when you're at the table.
Oh, of course.
It's joke. I don't mean that literally.
I didn't know if the memory of food was important.
No. Aurelia used to have me on the table anytime we would eat, so that I could experience what she was experiencing. Thought it was a very kind of thing.
No, of course. I'll keep that in mind.
Yes.
Thank you, Alto.
Of course. Now I have to get used to calling myself Alto. That's going to be funny. So as you then remove the mask.
Yeah, we're taking out the mask. What a load of information.
For those of you who are unfamiliar with my campaign structure, Chapter 1 is where I start giving you a lot of pieces to the puzzle, but they don't fit together quite. Chapter 2 is kind of exploring and finding the edges that fit together in that puzzle. I'm kind of giving you spots and bits and pieces, and I'm going to start connecting them once we start really getting into the meat of the campaign. I dared you to hug my wife. Based!
That's a real man. That's a real man right there.
Do you want
And
to,
where's my hug?
do you want...
Why don't you hug your wife? The fuck?
You see the Pink Panther theme track?
Yes, he is. Come
I love the Pink Panther. Little dog. Little dog.
Oh, my headphones.
Oh, don't forget.
No, you want to kiss? Kiss me, motherfucker.
She looks like Bane.
Alright,
I
then.
know.
I love you. Oh my god. She looks like I'm wearing the crown.
Free me from this trap.
Free me from my shackle. I will not bite myself. I don't have eczema.
Lie.
What the hell did you just say?
I'm sorry. I really love doing the Bane voice. It gives me such joy. It's so fucking funny, man.
Alright, so, that being said, Kaichi,
What's up?
what's the verdict? Are you talking to your allies about this at all?
Oh, absolutely. What's it called? I return with the mask because, listen, I refuse to give anyone any more reason to think I'm gonna gamble. And she's going to, like, hand it off.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of, like, just slowly start lore dumping the information she just learned out loud. Like,
Okay, yeah. That's fine.
But yeah, bookending it kind of with.
Do you have any of your
There
own
is.
personal thoughts from that information?
Yeah. I do not know who exactly this Hayase is, but clearly he's related to me, and already even said so. So it's not as if it's a lie or something that isn't real, but he clearly wore the mask before, and now it's also exchanged hands to people that certainly shouldn't be trusted with the relic. And it was all very confusing, concerning, and a little irritating for the fact that apparently one of my ancestors lets go of a relic.
And one of my ancestors was with this Hayase figure as well, Aurelia.
She's related to you.
Yeah, I found that out in a book from Old Potato Man.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, she's what was she was a rift dancer. And like could go between planes, like shit like that. I think.
well, that
I don't
certainly
know.
explains how they would be able to fight someone like Novi, who is apparently a lucid dreamer.
Yeah. Hmm.
He did
Work-
mention the fact that Aurelia almost hid away after the fight, so I'm not sure what to make of that, but I felt like it was worth mentioning. She was the one that wore Alto, who, that is, I named him Alto, sorry.
I like that name.
Okay.
Interesting. She must have gotten. I wonder if she got like hurt real bad or something. And that's
Well,
what
that
she.
was my assumption, maybe, to
Yeah.
maybe she had fallen in battle, but
Yeah.
he said that she was not the one that left him in the cave, so at some
Oh.
point, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe not
They
hurt at
changed
that
hands.
point. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's quite a bit.
Sounds like it. Damn.
So, Howrick, as you're doing then your own research into the matter,
Yes.
given your time, I'm gonna have
I would like
you...
to look into the rift dancers. for
Okay,
sure.
cool!
Especially
Cool!
because I
Yeah.
was looking the last time you had pointed out Amiri, the picture of Amiri that you drew in Artsky Doodles, and I saw that she's the first rift dancer.
That is very commonly known information as being what parts of her rumors.
Right.
The origin
Right.
of the Rift Dancer. Oh, Caitlin, I'm sorry! It was a fun thing.
You don't love me, bro.
I'm sorry! Go do... What's your last thing? The fun thing?
Yeah, I want to try talking to Marim and then Envily since we're closer now.
Okay.
Homeboy Marim, the worm.
You try to
He's the-
focus all of your earthen energies
that's
within her
the
to affix them from wind to earth. You start noticing for those of you who are looking at Elzetta, you start noticing the clouds on her face start splotching out to small rocks that are then traveling at a slow kind of desert speed. You notice that kind of they shift across the sand like dunes across her face. You then are feeling a pull, Elzetta, like a very strong pull, like someone's tugging at your arm. It feels violent, but also familiar.
Oh, damn!
Are you drawn into it?
I'm being yoinked.
Are you? Yeah. So I'm actually asking. So are you? Do you want to be drawn into this?
Does it feel like my brother? Like he's pulling me?
You're unable
Or-
to tell what it feels like. Could be any one of the three.
I'll deal with the consequences later. Alright, sure. We fuck around, we find out.
Yeah. That's how things happen in D&D. You
Okay.
fuck around and you...
Alright, Kaichi will save me.
So,
That's true.
at this period of time, everything about your surroundings then change as you open your eyes. You are no longer in a home. You are across a battlefield that is mixed with the blood of the dead being strewn across like gas in this wasteland. A red mist passes in front of you, representative of fractured souls that have gone across. And you see a figure then more or less walking through the mist in your general direction. And within a snap, the figure is immediately 3 inches away from you and is staring you with these. You then notice this glass that is floating in front of its face as it breathes.
Oh, and harsh man. Bro, knowing that it's him, she's gonna stare at him. She's not gonna give him any emotion to work with either.
Did I scare you?
No.
Lovely. I was wanting a change of pace, so I decided to take a certain someone's home. He then goes over to a nearby stump and then sits down. Preferably someone who's close to you. Seems after going through his memories a little bit, I found certain landscapes that I kind of like.
As is your nature.
Really?
Oh. That's our wife, Josh.
No one was paying attention. I knew it. I'm so happy. I'm glad
I miss Millie so much. She wasn't in class today. I'm so sad.
Here, hold on. There we go. Y'all didn't notice.
Why can't I, there you go.
Notice.
I always want to do it like this, like reverse.
Nothing.
Anyways, catch me fist fighting in Hearth live on stream.
Y'all didn't notice, so that's all you get. You lost your opportunity.
You changed your thingy, didn't you, you slut?
You will never know.
That's not fair!
I will say, what thing did I change?
Either your name or is going to be the color. I can't tell, I didn't see.
So I'm going to give you a 50-50. If you're correct, I will tell you what I changed the name. What I changed the thing to. What did I miss?
He just texted me saying I couldn't find the camera. But oh my gosh. Anyways. Sorry, I'm trying to do a homework assignment really quick. I literally just had to attach something. Insert fucking file. Why am I slurping? My bad, friends. I'm so sorry. I have too much saliva.
We love you.
Me,
I know,
you
but
and me
that's like
both.
I definitely just tortured someone with that. Sorry, friends. Submit. All right, my teacher can fucking fist fight me. I don't give a fuck. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna guess, friends. What should we put our votes in for? Do we think color or do we think name?
Wait, what was the question?
Or what if we all get a guess, Kendall, and you have to answer us individually? Right?
What are we guessing? What are we doing?
I was just about to say that. I was just
Apparently
gonna
he
say special
changed something and we didn't
What
notice.
changed?
Okay,
He's
okay,
changed something
okay,
magically while
okay.
we're all distracted.
All right.
Isn't
I
it
He does that
will.
sometimes
All right.
when it's like a cool character
I
thing.
will make a group chat of the people who get it right. All right,
What the fuck?
Caitlin,
You know
what is your guess?
I think it was your name.
We're going secret society on this shit.
Okay,
I'm gonna go name.
Rosie.
Name for me. I
Okay,
believe name.
Josh.
What are we guessing for?
Okay, so basically, so I actually told my. Okay, so this is something you may not know. So, things get really metagamey with as far as me and expressing things in game that is out of game reflections as well. And most of these things happen on and around Discord. Last time I changed, especially towards the first session, I changed my name to something and changed the color of the name to something. I did something similar this time. So what I'm saying is either did I change my name in terms of Archregia to something else, or did I change the color of my name to something else? And for those of you who get it right, I will.
Imagine it's only Josh.
I will tell you. If you are right, I will tell you what I changed it to, depending on if it's name or color. Okay, so then Montana.
I'm gonna guess also color.
Okay, Alejandra.
Oh fuck.
The tiebreaker.
What if I choose both?
You gotta choose one. You gotta choose one.
I'm going to say name.
Okay. Well, I have my 3 people. Hint, hint. Then only they will be told in character chats.
I
Yeah, but
can't
the,
do
but
this.
the 3 is including you, right? The 3 is including you. It's you, me, and Josh, right? That's the 3 people.
No.
Yeah. All right, here. So this is what I changed my
Is
name
it too late to change my answer?
Yeah. He
Don't worry,
hasn't made the
guys.
group chat yet. It was the
Well,
name.
Snitch.
So
Oh, man,
actually,
I
you
guess
know
mine,
what?
actually.
You know what, Caitlin? Because I'm a kind individual, I will take majority vote on this. So since most of y'all guessed the name, I'm gonna give it to y'all. Yes, I did
Hello.
change my name.
What was it to?
It was
Bitch.
to the listener.
Oh,
I knew
fuck me. Is that anyone
knew
a
it.
goofy ass nickname?
The mask literally said, "Do not trust the listener." I mean,
No.
Alto said, "Don't trust him."
Is that? Would I know if that's one of Inhar's goofy nicknames? Sir. I
What
have
do
Big
his
Center's
reviews
memories.
on
What are you
Yelp
doing?
look
On board?
I'm gonna say no. Not Pixinus memories. They nothing referring to the listener.
None of their memories.
Nope.
Oh
None
fuck
of them.
me. Well, shit.
But he then just looks at you and says, "Honestly, I could definitely stay here. Quite a long time."
Dude, he's
It's-
trying so hard to fuck with me right now.
And
And it's
you can
not
see
working.
dragons, and you can see dragons in the background that are fighting each other. As you see them breathing their flame breaths upon the battlefield, and you could just see. Well, you were trying to talk to him, I guess. I think.
Mhm. Is it going to be a problem?
Well, I mean, I personally do not want you to talk to him, but I mean,
And I personally do not care.
well, you shouldn't have come here. Then might as well go to the place in question. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a barrier between us. Ah, that's unfortunate.
Is there any way she could try to, while
Yes.
Inhar's yapping, she could try to reach out to Emily?
So when you try to reach out to Envely, your nose starts bleeding. The connection between you two is very close, but it is too close, almost causing an aneurysm. You try to
Do
reach out to
we
him
see this?
once. No.
Okay.
Mhm.
This isn't happening.
Kind
in
of.
the-
Kind of close. You want to try again?
Don't know. Are you going to let me?
He just shrugs his shoulders and says, "What do you think?" As all of his eyes seem to be looking at all different places on your body. One seems to be looking at your forehead, your feet, your hands, arms, chest.
Let's try again.
Okay. You try again to reach
If he
out
wants
to
a
him.
little blood sacrifice or something, I don't know. Inhar's weird.
You then start to cry blood. In addition to your nose bleeding. A third time's the charm?
Do I start taking IRL damage? Like,
No, not for everyone who is looking at Alzetta. She's like,
is she just trying to fuck with me? Probably. She'll try and
like this guy. Yeah.
I think she'll just try to focus on her brother and just kind of basically just ignore him. She's in her head. She's like, if I don't feel the pain of it, it's probably just him freaking me out. He's trying to deter me. Is basically what.
That
she's
is when
thinking.
you realize it's not pain at all, actually. And he's just
What
like,
do you mean?
"Oh, man, thought I could have gotten you with that one. But I suppose not. Indulging me in my little games, I appreciate it, though."
The way she's looking at him, like, oh,
What? What just happened?
whose background did that come from?
I think that was Alejandra.
Are you okay? Was that your sister? Is
That's
your sister good? Oh my god,
Yes.
one time during the actor session last night, her sister just screamed. I was like, ooh. I thought your sister was in danger.
No,
Turns out
it's
she was
just
just
normal.
bored.
It's just what we do.
It's just what we do. Screw
But
you.
she'll just look at her.
Yes. I mean, I can see you.
What?
Quite a few times, actually.
That's what I was thinking. I'm pretty sure you can see more than me than any normal person. You going to let me or no? I played your game. Don't I win the prize?
Well, the actual game is breaking down the barrier. If you can do that, absolutely, I'll let you talk to him. But not until then.
Like incentive or something.
Well, the whole problem is that you literally cannot reach him because he's behind the barrier. No magics other than what are mine can actually penetrate that barrier.
You don't want to help me out? Little favor?
What have you done for me? I don't recall, but you didn't do anything for me, at least.
I could
helpful.
talk to Pixena.
She's not here. You and I both know that.
Oh, obviously she's not here, but when I go see her, I can talk to her for your behalf. On helping you go home.
I mean, that would be nice, but I have no assurance that you will ever do this, given that you already have ire towards me. So how can I expect you to do anything for me in turn? Actually, as a matter of fact, you can join the Black Hands. It'd be a good idea to try to break down that barrier. It'd be a good idea.
I don't need to do that.
It'd help you do your
I
goal
am
faster.
Sorry. But I have my own plan. I'm a smart girl. I can figure it out myself.
That you can.
But you have to have some faith in me. Come on now. Let's not be rude.
And he nods and says, I do have a little bit of faith in you. It just, I won't be doing anything, I won't be lifting a muscle until that point.
If you say so. Does she feel envy at all?
You feel a very tiny bit of essence of him within Inhar. But just minuscule. You're like a pea in an ocean.
What?
A pea, like a sweet pea in an ocean.
I thought you meant like urine.
What the fuck? What?
Friends, let's be open. Has anyone ever pissed in the ocean before? I have.
Wait, actually, no, not me, because I've only been in the ocean one time.
You've seen the ocean and you stood on the...
No,
you stood on the shore.
I stood on the shore. I didn't actually get into the ocean.
I was there when he went to the ocean.
One second. I'm listening.
I showed him
back.
the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid. Bro, the urge to like fucking eat Enhar on the spot is so hard to ignore.
I
He's such a
really
little
don't
freak.
even know who this man is, but I just want to choke him.
He's the Chaos
Yeah.
Therion.
I hate him.
He's the guy who we are actively beefing with right now. Like, he is the controller of the Black Hand.
Yes, I need him to die.
That's why he said that. He was like, you can join the Black Hand? And she's like, no.
And you said, what was his name again? Enhara?
Inhar.
Inhar.
I-N-H-A-R.
Thank you. It's probably written somewhere in my notes, but I'm just gonna write it again.
Yeah.
Can she try to reach out to that? Or will he go?
Here's what I'm going to need you to do. This is where I start. This is where I'm going to start introducing aggregate scores. I'm going to need to make you, or have you make a Arcana check. Which an Arcana check, the way that I'm structuring it, is you roll all of your mental stats, your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. There will be also subsequent animal rolls that I will have you roll, which will be a combination of your strength, dexterity,
Alright, just
and
tell me what to
constitution.
roll first, okay? You're overstimulating me.
In short, you're rolling all three, and you need to add them together.
Tell me what to do first.
Intelligence.
Like my raw int score?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I actually have really good int.
Come on, 20. Come on.
You got this, you got this, you got this.
19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll your wisdom.
My whiz?
Mm-hmm.
Your whiz. 20 upon you.
Dirty 20.
Okay. And your charisma.
Okay.
My charisma's pretty good.
Okay.
17.
Okay,
Basically a 20.
Okay.
If you round up, that's a 20.
What are you trying to do?
She wants to talk to her brother, man. She's like, she's wanted to talk to him forever, bro. And you won't let me do this.
What do you want to say?
She just to hear his voice and like actually hold a conversation with him.
What do you want to say?
This feels weird now. You're making this weird. You're making me nervous, bro. I hate you. I think she would just think in her head to him and just say his name.
I hear you.
Huh? I didn't hear you, Kendall. I'm so sorry.
He said, I
cut
hear
out.
you.
And she would think, are you there? Are you safe?
They're somewhat safe, I suppose.
I'm coming to get you.
I know. I heard. It is good to hear your voice.
Good to hear yours. There's so much I want to tell you.
Careful. He is listening.
I know.
Also, I want you to be safe.
But I don't think it's me you need to worry about.
If you break down that barrier, he's going to do more than just... You already know.
I know. It'll be okay. I just need you to be strong. You can best him. You are in control just as much as he is.
He then takes a moment and says, all right, if you believe so.
I will always believe in you.
I shall see you soon, son.
I'll see you too, Brashan.
You can see Inhar being...
And Har's butthurt now. For sure.
Inhar just is sitting on the stump and just nods and just kind of looks up and then says, you have a lovely talk.
Mm-hmm.
Rather impressive amount of arcana that you have there. Surprised that you even had to overwrite my Essentia that rivals even the old ones. Now the funny thing is where you got...
chosen for nothing.
Now the funny thing is where you conjured all of that anima from.
Do you want to start guessing? We can make it into a game.
Oh, sure, actually.
No, I forget that he follows through. He matches energy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know the answer to this question, so this is gonna be funny.
You suspect it has to do something with your second soul. Ian says, well, if it's not the gods, then it would have to be something close. I kind of remember that there were these people back in olden days. I think it was called the Lakpa era. Who were Hyperion and his friends and Antares and Eastlin and Shia and others. And if I remember correctly, that they met their end at a being known as Abel the Fallen.
Do you know him?
Hmm?
You know him? Personally, or?
Personally, never met the guy, but I've heard enough about him from at least the others.
What do the others say?
Well, he was a dutiful father. Wanted to see his daughter safe. And so he did. So those two sisters, born twins, one of them became the Queen of the Hells, one of them went to Valtia.
Oh, I know exactly what we're talking about right now. Woof. Don't you love talking to Inhar, guys? It's such a fun time. She'll just kind of nod. Gotta write this down.
This is great that this is Caitlin doing
Oh
this
my
because
god,
you
wait a
understand.
minute. I need to remember how to spell her name. No, why am I forgetting?
Do you need me to...
No, don't say it! I know it. I swear.
Do you need me to type it to you?
No,
Okay.
no. I'm forgetting her name now. What was it? No, I don't remember her name. I'm going back into my other notes.
Oh my God.
I can't live with this reality that I don't remember her name. Listen, guys, my other character dated this woman. There's no way I don't remember
You don't
her.
remember her name?
Oof.
No, I'm gonna say sad things. Where the fuck? Where the fuck? Alright, Neela. Where are my notes for Neela? Do I not have any notes for Neela? Neela! God damn it. Can I remember notes?
Damn it.
My notes are on her character sheet! Hold on! Ah. Notes.
My notes are on.
Where is she? 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 Where the fuck is she? Dude, where is her? Did I not write her name down a single time?
I don't think so.
No.
Because we never got to that point in game.
No, we're talking about her, Neela being homosexual with her girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But we never got to that point in the
Kymel's name keeps conjuring up in my skull. It's not Kymel.
It's not Kymel. But
Oh my god, the rat people. No, I.
Caitlin.
Fine, just send it to me. I give up. I'm sorry, friends.
It's okay. Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
He's gonna send it to me, and I'm gonna get so triggered.
Are you ready?
Yeah. What is it? Oh damn it! I knew it was a K. My god, my wife. We love her. Anyways.
Anyway.
No.
So, he then says, yes. That is something that I know, and they had some very interesting abilities. I didn't think they would be able to bring down the Dirge himself, or in otherwise he's usually called the Augury, or he's called the Omen, the Absolute Omen, or he is called the Twilight betwixt heaven and hell, being able to call upon both forces. Rather interesting prospect, honestly.
Mm.
I mean, what do you think?
I don't really have an opinion.
Nice. Light stands up. Looks like claps his hands together.
I just know he's pissed because I'm not giving him anything.
He just kind of
He's
walks.
just keeping it on the inside.
He's like, well, you have anything else you need? I mean, I'm always down for just a amicable little chat. I can change it back to the mansion if you want.
I mean, it's up to you, but I think I'm good. I got what I came here for.
He nods and just says, well, I bid you good day, madam, and I shall see you soon.
Is there
Hopefully-
anything devious that I can call him to make him mad? Like, was there something Pixetta used to call him? Sorry, I want to bully him. So bad.
not that comes to mind, but if you wanted to
Please.
come up with
I would
something.
I would love to roll this.
Hmm.
Is there anything that you would call him?
Not that comes off the top of my head, but if you wanted to make one, then you can.
I don't have anything.
Okay.
I was gonna call him a disco ball though, but that's not something that exists.
You could call him no. You call him a fairy fire failure.
Oh!
A fairy
I love
fire
alliteration.
If you
Tasteful
consider-
alliteration.
Is that something she would call him?
Uh-huh.
She'd be like, he's gonna be so mad. See, tilting him is like a game. It's so funny. It's so hilarious. She would just kind of, she'd be like, "Oh, my chair keeps sinking."
He doesn't want you to succeed and say your words.
No, it dead ass. She would be like, "All right, who was nice talking to you, very fire failure."
He then gives you a fucking middle finger just as you go. But he gives a smile on his face and just gives
He
you a
knows I'm
wave.
trying to tilt him. She
And-
waves goodbye.
And as you then
Love
dissipate,
talking to him.
then returning back to your allies next to you,
Oh yeah, y'all just saw me like space out for like 30 minutes.
Her colors on her face then return to normal as you then open your eyes.
I was
looking around
turning
you.
different colors.
Well, because he said you turned stormy or something, right?
Yeah.
More earthen, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, like little like she says a sandstorm. I mean, she
Yeah.
just has clouds on her face.
Yeah, that
Okay.
those clouds then shifted to
Yeah.
more like yellows and sand upon your dancing upon your cheeks.
Oh, I'm so magical, so sly. So let's kind of look at everyone.
Welcome back.
Thank you. It was a very interesting conversation.
It looks like it. Did her nosebleed like to us as well?
No,
Okay.
he was just fucking with her.
How'd the conversation
Of course he
go?
was.
Or whatever just happened.
What, Chichi?
Are you like okay?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. It was just an interesting conversation with Enhar.
Right.
In her? Like,
The Therion.
but did it go well?
Huh?
What'd you find?
Well, he talked to me a bit about... He mentioned a bell once or twice.
Right.
And he has two daughters, one who's in Valtyr and one who's in the Hells, and who is the queen of the Hells.
Oh.
Lots about him and all of Abel's fancy titles, but Enhar did try to convince me to join the Black Hands. He's trying to drum up support for his endeavors. I was able
Maybe
to
we
talk
can work on it from the inside.
I was able to talk to my brother, so that was nice.
Oh, that's
Oh.
awesome.
That's good. How is he? Or I guess
As
is he
well as he
doing?
can be. This is the first time I was able to talk to him in a long while.
Well,
I think
it's good.
Inhar is starting to try to figure us out, though.
Well, thank you. At least for attempting. And giving us the heads up at least that he's probably onto us.
Probably. But it is nothing to worry about. I think we will have it under control. For the most part. He's trapped, so the only thing we need to really worry about is going to be Callison.
Yeah. And at least we have these underground tunnels that we can use.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe if we cannot use them, then maybe we should go around. I feel like we are not equipped to take on the entirety of their forces in Phalum, unless we were to come across
No.
explosives or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I was also kind of thinking if we can't take these tunnels, maybe, kind of disguise ourselves as if we're one of the Black Hands to get in that way. I just don't know if they know our face or just like,
Well, we didn't leave any survivors.
yeah,
Except for
exactly.
Well,
one.
I more so feel if they have anyone that could maybe detect our presences. We do have 2 souls, after all, which is strange.
That's true. That's true.
Speaking of which, I wonder if
Is Dianthus with us, or is he just?
Yeah, he's with y'all. Speaking of which, your project, sir, you were working on a real L War board, right?
Yep.
So during this conversation, you're just hearing. It's him
Yeah,
like
I'm not,
shaving,
I'm
shaving.
basically sitting
movements.
away from everyone else. I'm with the 4 pieces of wood, and 3 of them are stacked up, and then one of them I'm working, I'm doing stuff with a knife.
Making pieces.
Can I take a peek at Dianthus's soul?
You look at Dianthus' soul. Dose.
Dose.
I
And she'll
don't
be
even
like,
think I'm aware that I have 2 souls
no,
yet.
you're not.
Nope.
And that's okay. And she'll be like, she'll just kind of look at Kaichi and goes, remember when I was talking about if Dianthus had 2?
Oh, yes.
he does. So, it's not coincidence. It is fate.
Well, that is a...
just in the back, like, oh.
Can I see the energies of our souls with my soul sight ability?
Yes, you absolutely may. So, on each of your second souls, they are wrapped by an inexplicable barrier that seems to protect them from outside influence. And so anytime you see like a little, like just when you close your eyes and focus, you can focus on kind of how the souls create outlines on the bodies. But you're seeing is like little tiny fire and like ice energies then float by and then like bounce off these little souls, then going away. And that happens to all your allies. For inclusive, actually, of Eastland, it seems like they don't bounce quite as strongly, but do bounce a little bit.
Okay. Good
That-
to know.
That of which case, she actually is on her way downstairs as you then open your eyes. She like starts walking downstairs. I'm sorry you waited so long. I didn't think that it would take forever for me to wake up. And as she walks downstairs, you can see like her she actually looks a little bit similar to Elzetta and like similar sylvan features. However, everything is in grayscale. You're noticing like these little runes, these white runes that appear, kind of gray-skinned face. And she still has her like eye color being like this pleasant like ocean blue. Her hair itself is just kind of strands of silver and white. And she then looks almost as if her body has just lost all sense of color. She then is looking towards everyone and then says, so I see that you've unearthed my identity. I suppose there's no reason for hiding it then.
Well, we know Sir Cavera.
Ah, so she sent you here. Well, I wish she would have told me.
Well, she is busy being a Regia.
I know. She just...
Besides, you know my husband.
Yes, as he has been nursing me back to health and informing me on things in the matter. Well, now you know my name. Eastland Honoran at your service.
One of the 9 lights. She kind of nudges Kaichi.
Kind of got a little recap. What's one of the 9 lights?
9 lights are like heroes that save the world from blowing up for us.
Hella. From what era or age would I like recognize this? Because obviously it saved the world, but like, was it Big War? Big Bad?
Okay, so...
It's the Ionic War, yeah?
It's the Ionic War, and so if you listen to that conversation at all from when Elzetta was talking to Enhar, that was actually one of their last and most recent battles against Abel the Fallen, in which they didn't manage to defeat him, they could only seal him. From the books that they've kind of noted. But in the...
Fallen?
Abel.
A-B-E-L.
Yeah. Bruh.
Abel.
Literally! Go on.
But that being said, from the records that you see that she has kept, by the way, that you guys have kind of been able to read, 4 of them went missing. Hyperion also is gone too, though he wasn't one of the original 4. I'll have to play something for y'all here in just a moment, but I'll do it once we get to our break. No, stop! No! No, I'll do it later. It's even better. Trust. Caitlin, you know what it is because you did the thing, but don't spoil it. It's gonna be funny.
I'm sorry!
It's gonna be funny. No, you're you too. Okay, so she then is sitting amongst you and says, well, I can only imagine that you have a lot to say.
I mean, I can tell you what's been happening. Enhar's pretty upset.
And she shakes her head. Zale did it for me already. We're all on the same page.
Oh, well, are we going to die?
With regards to what?
I mean, people aren't supposed to have 2 souls.
No, you're not going to die. This was given to us by Entraria.
Oh. She looks at Zale like, why the fuck did you mention that? But it's fine.
Well,
Zale's just like, bro.
And she would just say, it's no way Zale could have known. He doesn't have 2 souls. And we never told him.
No, but he does have a special axe given to him by someone that we all know.
Well, yes, the same figure in Traria, yes. However, yes, it is normal. You will be fine.
We spoke to her not too long ago.
Really? That's curious. And I imagine it was a good conversation.
It felt like one. I mean,
At least some levity sprinkled in
oh,
there.
Clavera wanted me to tell you something.
What's that?
Hyperion is still alive.
Oh, is he now? I wonder where he's been all this time.
I do not know the answer.
Because
to
I
that.
cannot get into his damned chambers, because only him and his progeny, which have his blood, can open that door. And that is our only way of getting into Southern Falum.
I mean, you are married or not? Can't you just ask your own children?
Oh, what?
Well, well, I don't know if you've noticed this, but the Lakpa era was 800 years ago. I'm still alive. Most of my progeny either is so extended from me that I do not remember them, or I do not know them. But I'm sure if I looked at one, that I could probably tell. Case in point, she looks over across the room. He behaves too much like my husband, and sitting over doing his crafts and arts, and not talking to anyone and sitting in the corner.
Called out, sir.
Damn.
I finally kind of put down my wood piece and my knife, and I just kind of glance over. Yes. What about me?
I just said you're very similar. I just said you're very similar to my husband. That is all.
Oh yes, your husband. I know him well.
She then like says, awkward too. Anyway, and she then like glances back towards the party. Does Dianthus go back to?
I was gonna say at this point, I finally like stand up from the corner and come join everyone at the table.
All right,
so I can participate in the conversation.
She stares at you for a second.
You didn't answer my question.
She stares.
Your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Who is he?
Hyperion Honorin.
He's one of the 9 lights.
He's one of the 9 lights.
Yes.
Folklore.
I've heard of the 9 lights. So your husband was a legend, a living, I guess not so living legend.
Or at least since now I found out that he's still alive. So yes, instead of non-living, he's absent. So I guess, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I want to find out too, so I can tell him a piece of my mind.
Marriage can be very hard to maintain in these trying times.
I agree. Honestly, I agree. And your name being Dianthus.
Now, I never introduced myself, but yes.
I gathered from Zales. He told me kind of everyone's names.
I almost seemed ashamed to be asking this question while I looked like this. Because a reminder that I still have my giant hobo beard, and I look like I haven't showered in a month.
Ooh, yummy.
Oh, Neyron. And I just stare with anticipation. I don't say anything else. I'm
yes,
expecting.
that is my mine his last name, the name of our lineage. Yes.
Your last name. And how old did you say you were?
Well, she like puts her hands on her hips and she says, at least 700 now, probably getting closer to 800. Let's say some circumstances happened and I'm still here.
Sorry,
For what reason?
Lord.
I don't know.
I'm gonna kill myself.
It may just be a coincidence.
Banned.
I watched my earbud case in the washing machine.
Oh no.
Oh,
I forgot.
Oh shit.
I'm so sad. Still work.
That sucks.
That's
Guys, I feared they do not work anymore.
No.
just let them dry out. Let them dry out. Test them probably in a couple days.
Soak them in rice.
Give it the good old rice treatment.
I'm gonna put myself in rice.
That or alcohol. Alcohol also works.
Ooh, I definitely put myself in alcohol every now and again.
Amen.
What's been happening, friends?
Dianthus
Many social
is at the
faux
corner. Someone outed him by the name of Eastland.
His grandmama.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it may be a coincidence, but I used to go by that name as well. Oneran. I don't bear that name anymore, but you how many 700? I just
Yes, in other words, yes, I had a lot of generations, 9 kids, 2 of which were not with Hyperion. And most of those lineages is still ongoing, at least by 10 or so generations.
So I start doing some counting on my fingers because I'm trying to measure generations.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that seems unlikely, but not impossible.
I was born Sylph, and I had my kids spread out, and some of them had Sylphs, and then others of them had other elemental races. So, could be more stretched out.
Man, he got stuck as just.
I'm sure it's just a coincidence. There's no way that could be.
Well, let's find out, actually. I wanted to test the theory. But, I need everyone to go ahead and come with me into the lower reaches of the home.
Isn't that where we put the dude?
Oh, right.
Oh, yes, we'll talk to him momentarily, but I need to confirm or deny something.
Whether or not your grandson is your grandson?
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
I would ask what you named your kids, but I don't even remember my parents' names at this point, so...
I don't even know what your parents named your parents, or their parents, or their parents, or their parents named their kids. You're just as clueless
yes,
as
I
me.
suppose it might be a bit of a stretch. But yes, let's go.
So...
To the basement!
Fine. As she then has y'all travel with her down into her basement, it's really not as damp, it's as vibrant as the rest of the house, with various crystalline lightings that dot the hallways as you guys continue. You come to the end of the hallway and you see what is a wall. It's not actually a wall. Aislinn then puts her hands in front of it, and she utters, Indkat, Dortisin, Ukin, Ipsa, Ar. And as the wall then kind of dissipates and opens, well, let's proceed. From here on, no talking. So as you progress deeper, descending into the depths of this hallway, I'm gonna die. You then hear the kind of ruffling noise of your so-called prisoner, just kind of above you guys. And as you guys continue down into the depths, there's a massive stonecraft door fit with articulate depictions of dwarven tools, spires, and mountains. The area is damp and rife with elemental crystals. That being said, you also see them kind of course through the ground and all throughout the walls, bouncing in, all the while masking the mossy earthen musk that permeates the area. The stone slabs underneath them start to shift into more of a porcelain-textured base. None of you have seen this material in circulation, ever. And for those of you who are savvy, I'll actually have everyone that would like to roll history.
Yippee! Oh, nice.
Might as well. I love rolling dice.
Woof. Guys. Hold on.
What? Did you just say woof?
Yeah, I did say woof because I got a 7.
Ooh.
Oh. Let's go!
Natural 20.
He's
Let's fucking
I got
go.
13.
I
21.
got a 12.
Let me roll.
21 indeed.
Reverse 21. And come here. Kendall, your son doesn't want to be acquired.
Why does he not want to be
I
acquired?
rolled a 5, which checks out. I don't think Bianca would know this information anyway.
So, for those of you who rolled above a 15, let me go ahead and make sure I find the playlist. Is the playlist
Mr.
not in here?
Fian, you need to relax, bro. Ah!
Yes, I found it.
My god. Assault?
He's trying to kill you. I don't know why. I don't
It's
get
because
him.
I started fucking with him. It's my fault.
I
enjoy fighting him.
Oh,
why are you fucking
I do that with
him?
Suzu.
Because he deserves to be fought, Kendall. He wakes me up at like 3 a.m.
So real.
This is very nice.
I'm just gonna give a little heads up. I have to go to bed at 10.
Okay, I'm gonna try to speed through this next
I'm
relevant bit. No, you're good. And then I will do the thing for Nyanka first then, that I had planned.
Okay.
That being said-
Wait.
So that being said, those of you who rolled above a 15 would identify this stone as Pell Stone. Pell Stone used to be as good as Bright Stone, but it also had Sansoleil's tears infused within them, so they illuminated light whenever people stepped on them.
That's pertinent to know. I
Mm-hmm.
can't know that because Nyanka rolled.
Nyanka
Nyanka was like, you know what? Let me. You have a +2. That's fine. I'll roll a 3 and it won't matter.
She would just say, Eastland would just look at everyone that is confused and just say, Pellstone, not unlike Brightstone, just more useful. She then keeps walking. And she says, Dianthus, put your hand towards the door and then that will confirm my theory or not.
I pop my knuckles. Open sesame. And I just put my hand on the door.
You put your hand on the door. The lights of the door start to sprout. Blue lights then start to illuminate the courses of the door like veins. As the door then raise up towards the ceiling, opening a path almost akin to an apodictory. And she says, well, that tells me everything I need to know. So yes, you and I are related. Let's see if anyone else is related to me of this group.
Oh.
And she says, Kaichi?
Sure. I did not realize your bloodline would go so far.
Well, you imagine having how many 9 kids would take one's blood. And how many hundreds of people there probably exist now. And given that I didn't really, our families didn't really extend out past Scythia, it's much more likely. There are very few that went outside of Scythia. Those most being my 2 children that I did not have with Hyperion. They
It's
left their
pretty
home.
common for Sylvan families as well. I mean, I have 13 aunts.
She shrugs, and she says, maybe. Very possible.
Okay. Well, sure, why not?
So, put your hand up to the door. Nothing happens, it stays raised. Okay, so you are not Elzetta?
I can assure you I'm not related to you, but who knows? And she'll put her head on the door.
The door does not respond to you either. I was about to say Montana. I was about to be that stuff like Montana! Put your hand towards the door.
Who's that?
Halric. Halric, can you put your hand towards the door, please?
Yes, ma'am.
The door does not respond to you. And Nyanka, right?
Bruh. Yuck. Okay, yeah. Okay. Interesting. But I
There
guess.
might be a furry in her bloodline.
True.
You never know who you know.
like
The one that
inside,
wasn't Hyperion.
Nyaka debates this. Like Nyaka's like, this cannot be. But she tentatively presses her paw against the door.
As the door stays raised, it doesn't respond to you.
Surprise.
Given 20 seconds, it then lights up blue, and it lowers.
Oh.
And then closes.
Does that make you and Diantha's cousins?
I have a sibling.
Well, that is
And he starts
interesting.
clapping.
What does that mean? Does that mean she's related?
Well, by some extent, yeah. You have the blood of Hyperion within you, which are the only people that can actually open that door.
Well, we know some things about her ancestors now, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. That we do.
Fucking human.
So she then just looks and says, "Well, kindly to
What?
greet my 2 descendants."
Happy family reunion?
I suppose we'll have to have a feast after the Black Hands are dealt with, but it's something that we can find out. Also, we have a patient to question. Yes?
Nyanka's like, how tall is Nyanka? Like,
Nyanka is short for her people, but yeah, she's 1.5 feet tall.
so I bend down to Nyanka. How old are you again?
Nyanka will like blink twice because she's kind of recovering from shock. And she'll reply, 30 autumns.
Yes, I'm the older sibling.
Congratulations!
And I'll
That's
like
good.
I'll like excitedly reach for Nyanka, and then I'll like pause. I'll wait for an approval.
Oh,
Yes, a yes or a no.
that's
so cute.
Nyanka gives a little nod of permission.
And then I'll pick up Nyanka and I'll onto the
Ah!
ship, and we'll stand together and we'll pose.
Oh my god, this is gonna cure Eastland's depression.
And she then looks at her 2 cousins that are just more or less hugging it out. And they're just like, it does run in the bloodline, you see. That bodes well. That bodes very well. But it is not over. There is one other thing that I would have you to do. Let's progress. And she starts walking past the gate, stepping over the large kind of partial moats that are branching over between the door frames. So do you guys go with her?
Yeah.
Of course.
All right, bet. So as you guys continue to travel, see if it is in here. If it is not, I will have to send something different.
This is actually bananas. I'm still reeling over the fact that Nyanka's related to Hyperion.
And that you're also then related to Dianthus.
Literally, yes. You look at those two, you would not think they're related in any way.
I mean, yeah, one of you is a fucking ginormous human, and the other one is a cat.
Yeah.
All right, I have a new map.
New map? New map
So-
and how in Countdown?
But give me just a moment. So let me describe the scenery. So as you're then proceeding into these open caverns, you start descending maybe hundreds of feet down spiral staircases. On your way, you find depictions of soldiers holding hammers, almost depictions of dwarven people, and just kind of statues of almost like the Nine Lights themselves. I haven't been here in a while. This is called the Hollow Ark, or at least that is what Hyperion called it, as your feet clank between all the Pelstone of the past before you. As you then go to the subsequent doors, both of you take turns opening the various gates that stand in front of you, very akin to the ones that you saw originally. But eventually you get to an open clearing. Nyanka, Hartea starts to hum and erratically shake when you enter the sanctum.
Bruh. Like, okay.
yeah.
Well, like, hum and erratically shake.
Mm-hmm. You hear a dull humming noise that emits from Hartea.
Okay. Okay, bro, this thing's gonna rattle out of her pocket. Nyako, not pocket. Nyako, I guess, will look at the collapsed form, which I imagine is hooked to her bandolier.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
In confusion and concern.
Is something the matter? As Islin then stops to look. Is something the matter, child?
Yanka will glance at Islin for like a second before looking back at Hartea's collapsed form and murmur, "It is Hartea. Well, what did I even... It's a halberd, right? We called it that?
Mm-hmm. Like a halberd or glaive?
Yeah, I'll go with halberd because I just like this.
I did. Yeah, that's fine. They're very similar.
Yeah. My...
Interesting. Can I see for a second? She then walks over to you and kneels down.
She's on Dianthus's shoulder right now, isn't
Oh,
she?
is she? Yes.
I mean, we did not describe removing her from his shoulder.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so she's still there. So y'all take turns on one person's on the shoulder, and then Diana puts his hand forward next to you. Okay, cool. So she then just looks up to you and then says, "Ah, I see. Well, that is because there is an immense amount of energies that are within this hall. It is probably that Hartea senses that there are an immense amount of sacred energies that swirl here."
Okay.
Probably nothing to be worried of, at least for now. If it starts to, react more violently, then we'll see.
Nyanka nods, but she keeps an eye on it as it shakes on her bandolier.
Absolutely. That being said, you come to the center of a massive antechamber. You notice in the center is a 5-foot tall lever affixed to the ground by various mechanical means. Without thinking about it, the first thing that comes to mind when you see the design of this room is dwarven. You notice that purple essentia floats from boulder to boulder, cliff to cliff, spanning this massive, you almost say cavern, that is at least 50 feet in radius, up, down, and around. In various parts, it then comes to the larger part of the clearing, of which, new map, in 3, 2, 1...
Oh, new map! I don't have a token with
art.
vision in this scene.
Neither do I.
You what?
Don't see it's game paused. Game
Whoa.
paused.
Hold on.
We're not allowed to see. It was a lie.
Is
You're
this
not
what
allowed to
happens
see it?
when I don't have dark vision?
Yes.
Yeah, with the
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. There you go.
Whoa.
Okay. So you start to notice the various cracks that are strewn across the across this almost battlefield. You're starting to see these various little spheres that are on the ground, just kind of turned towards the side. You see this larger quadruped creature that is also leaning on its side too. You see little spikes that are coming out of it. They seem deactive. And she then says, "Well, can you, and I have a hunch about this, can you two touch the lever at the center of the room? Or at least attempt to pull it?"
Pull the
I
lever,
don't
Kronk.
see why not.
Oh, shit.
Wrong. I walk over. With
Specifically, Dianthus.
I was
Use
like
both
midway of like leaning
hands.
forward for Nyanka, and then I just pause.
And she's
Oh.
use both hands.
Yes, of course. And I pop my knuckles, and then I like do a little warm up, and then I grab it and I try to move it.
You try to move it to the side, to the left, right, front, center, back. It doesn't move like that. You're starting to notice. And you start kind of pulling on it, and you notice it kind of pops out of its socket a little bit.
Oh.
And she then says, no, keep pulling upwards.
I keep pulling it.
You keep pulling upwards. It reveals that this is more of a gripped handle. You could definitely tell someone has been holding this a lot, as there are 2 spots for where there are supposed to be hands. As you then pull it out, a mallet that was the floor mechanism then exits with the pull, almost forming a sort of warhammer at the very end.
Oh shit.
Hello?
Ah, so I was right.
Raj right.
He kept this here, as the floor then closes. You hear?
Like where the mallet was?
Yes, where the
closes?
map, yeah,
Oh.
it closes.
So she just we just happened to be related to Hyperion, and it worked out for her.
Interesting. Well, that confirms my absolute theory. The motherfucker left his hammer behind. Of course he would. Before he
His
left.
weapon? He's
And
legendary
she points.
weapon?
And, yes,
Yes.
And she points. Yes, that battle hammer can transform into most weapons that he can think of in mind. And if I'm also not mistaken, she like goes over to the weapon and she like pulls a little pommel piece and then hands it to Nyanka. This also functions as a part of it too, and hands it to her as well. And you'd also know when you grab it, it like extends into like a little dagger as it reconfigures itself. Long blade as well at the end, almost like more going towards the length of a gladius.
So it could be made into a tower shield?
Oh.
If you will it to, Dianthus.
I'm holding it like almost. I do a little like. I lean it forward. I'm like, matching weapons, and then I try to do like a dink with Nyanka, with the other part of the pommel.
Nyaka reaches up. I imagine this looks almost comical.
And then as the suggestion is made that it could morph into a shield, I kind of pause, and then I recall the words of like will it to,
Yes.
and then I just think really hard about it becoming a shield.
So as you then channel the surrounding purple essentia into the weapon, the mallet's part of the hammer then begins to unroll as if it were like a piece of like sheet metal. Then as it begins to span and arc, it widens. As then the handle of the entire tower shield then or the mallet then becomes the handles for the tower shields. And then she's like, ah, that is funny. That's the first thing you chose. And she folds her arms.
Yes, of course. I mean, what better to protect people with?
Absolutely. Nyanka?
Hello.
Oh.
What?
Music.
Hello.
Why?
Excuse
Why
me.
music?
The
What is this?
The spooky music comes on?
Bro, you can't just
It's
do
a
that.
meme, Ken. You bullying me is supposed to be a meme.
He's not beating the allegations right now.
No, he's not.
This was also the thing I was talking about that I had planned.
Yeah, I guess it may be pertinent to do. You know, maybe I'll just not go to bed.
I mean, if you want to save it to later, I can do that. I will let.
I want. You cannot switch the music, reveal to me Nyanka's related to Hyperion, and just go. You know, you can go to bed now. Bye.
No, to go to bed.
All right.
I'm going to
So-
bed at 11. Let me know what's happening.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. So, you then hear a voice in your head, almost an ear-splitting screech, then appears and starts to manifest itself in your ears. All of you start to hear this. You're clutching your minds. Man, father, ruler, where is this? You are noticing that it is coming from Hartea specifically for Nyanka, but you also, everyone else notices that this voice is coming from Nyanka specifically. Augury, soon, omen, kill, kill, kill! As Hartea is very, is reddened at this moment. Nyanka, you notice your fur color then start to coat into a crimson shade. Then starting to manifest into a sparking red. You gain an ability with this. The ability's name is called Bloodletting. So, what Bloodletting does, in short, when you take damage and you activate Bloodletting, I will let you know what the resource is momentarily. Whatever damage that you have taken is taken in turns equal to your level. And will only stop taking damage once that damage amount has been satisfied. In other words, if you take 10 damage and you're level 3, you will keep taking 3 points of damage until it gets to an amount. So let's say 3 turns later, you have 9 damage taken, and then that last turn you take 1 point of damage. So it spaces out when you take damage. However...
This could be useful, this could also kill me later, I'm sure.
It is very useful. Also, what you're also feeling when this ability manifests within your mind, all of the rest of you start having something similar happen. Elzetta.
Yes,
you
sir.
gain an ability called Sparking Haze. You
Oh.
focus a high amount of Levin energy to cause shockwaves within magical hazes. It deals 1d4 points of Levin damage within any magical clouds, and that target is also affected by Fairy Fire, for a duration of rounds equal to your level.
Fairy Fire is very goaded, friends. That's free advantage.
So literally,
In Pathfinder, it's a bit different. It illuminates the target. So instead of having a 50% mischance in targets that are enshrouded in darkness, you could just hit them. It's normal. You can see them as if they normal. Also, they gain a minus
even
20
magical
to stealth.
darkness?
Yes, magical darkness too.
Hell
no.
Kaichi.
Oh.
You gain an ability, very simple, called Guard Break, which is the inverse of Power Attack, which gives you an additional 2 to hit for an exchange of 1 damage. This increases as after level 4, and every 4 levels after, this increases more and more. So it will increase by 2, and the damage will decrease by 1. So you do 4 to hit, minus 2 damage, 6 to hit, minus 3 damage, and so on. Next. Halric. That ability that you manifested earlier now starts to concretely set itself in your mind. You gain Esprit of Mercy. On Killing Blow, it restores HP and spell points equal to your level. Otherwise functions as Mind Thrust and uses said resource. The side effect to this is contain whoever you have killed, you gain a random memory from them. And that memory in question, you now start to kind of gather that into your mind. There was a soldier that you killed. His name was Carthel, and he had a wife and 3 children who left in Valatir in order to provide a better life for them. The livestock in the local variety were being tainted by the sacred elements. However, he lost his entire family during Enveli's onslaught to Ez the Omni-Knight. Except for one son, who is barely hanging on by a thread and is cursed by chaos. His bones then protrude out of his body in fangled directions. He grows rabid, angry, frustrated, resistant, and knocking on death's door. But getting a chance encounter with the Black Hands, years later, he believed that the miracles of the pyramid would be able to cure his son and revive his late family. That was the one thing that was keeping him going forward.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, what the fuck?
That's so messed up. How dare you?
Fuck. It's called Esprit of Mercy? How do you-
Esprit of
ES
Mercy.
Yes.
ESPRIT.
I was right.
So it basically uses Mind Thrust is a spell or is it like an ability?
It's a
Is
spell.
it's the spell
yes.
one, right? Okay, so basically it uses a spell point. And so if you use Esprit of Mercy, that basically is saying, okay, if it's a killing blow, then it does the things aforementioned.
So and
feel
it's
very
If
No,
not,
really?
then it functions as Mind Thrust. But you have to call it.
But Esprit of Mercy only happens when I cast Mind Thrust.
Yes. You have to call that you're doing it before attacking the target. So if the target is not on 1 HP, basically, and you cast Esprit of Mercy and it doesn't kill them, then you don't get the benefit. And it just functions as Mind Thrust. Otherwise, it does the thing. But if the target is 1 HP and you just cast, and you specifically say, I want to cast Mind Thrust, and you kill them, then you don't get the benefit of Esprit of Mercy.
Okay. Alright. Thank you.
Gotcha.
I feel like this could be super helpful for like getting information from important targets. Alternatively, it's just gonna traumatize you when this guy talks about it.
It's a random
His-
fucking memory.
It could be a good one, it could be a bad one.
Literally, this is gonna traumatize Ulrich so bad.
Yeah. The next time that he kills someone and he gets a random like, I'm doing this because my son is in jail or something like that, he's gonna be like, guys, I have to go home. I can't do this anymore. What the fuck?
Do the memories have to be related to like something important, or is it just like
It's just
"You remember
random.
that meal he had one time? and
Random.
It was
Yeah,
really
yeah,
delicious," and
yeah. It
it's
could be
like,
literally
Oh my
any.
God.
It could be literally anything. It could be a
poop
sensation,
that I
a
had this
meal,
morning.
a trauma. It could be anything.
The first one just happened to be traumatizing.
And I will come up with special rules in terms of the significance of the memory or non-significance of the memory, and whether or not that memory
Okay.
happened a long, middle, or like close while ago.
Okay.
So I'll have you roll that every single time that you use.
I got
Okay.
I got a taser spell, and y'all got trauma.
Yeah. Tee.
But that being said, in addition, Halric, to you, a word speaks into your head in Sansoleil's voice and says to you, Life Dancer.
Life dancer?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Silence.
This is. There's so
You
much
could,
context.
you could tell, you see Eastland is like kind of going over all of you and just holding herself close. The purple Essentia kind of collapsing around you and your souls. Clink! You hear a shattering noise. You look at each other's souls. The barrier around your second soul is starting to break down.
Guys, we gotta go. We have to get out of here. We have to get out of here. I don't think this is safe.
Okay.
You guys, we gotta go now.
I'll trust your instincts.
And
So-
like Eastland, yeah. So everyone is running back
Yeah,
out.
okay.
You start feeling
Oh my
normal
gosh.
once more. You're kind of catching your breath after these memories or abilities start to come to your mind. Things that don't necessarily belong to you, but you feel as if they do. And as you then get back upstairs,
What the
You-
fuck were the Shabiri doing this? The Levia and Ari are just like,
yeah, they're literally, yeah, actually though,
That's not real smooth. Do,
That's
do, 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 do. Turn it up.
"Go up, take it back
There we
now.
go. This I'm
One
sorry.
of this,
Have hops this
Reverse.
time.
reverse, reverse. Everybody, reverse.
Charlie Brown.
Oh my god, I miss that shit. Oh my god, that brings me back. Anyway, so
Need to
as
bring
you
back
then are
the
back
butterfly.
upstairs, you see like everyone else in the room sees that you're like out of breath. Levia, Rena, Are and Zaeld are all sitting down, kind of talking to one another, and they kind of look at you. Halric, when you look at Rena, also you see a faint golden shimmer that emanates off of her body. And like,
Does it remind me of anything? Would I know what that
yes,
gold shimmer is?
yeah,
Consulate.
yes.
Sansa Slay, more like.
Sansa Slay.
Is Bianca still glowing at this point?
Bianca's still red.
Nyanka,
No, yeah.
you are okay. Nyanka, you notice the crimson slowly start to fade and recede back into your golden, like amber color, but it takes a very long time. But as you progressively go back up, you're noticing it start to fade quicker and quicker, almost exponentially, and then eventually you return.
Is everyone okay?
Hartea is
feeling
not.
better now.
Hartea is not vibrating anymore. It is very normal, and also
It is
remains a red color.
too close to Amiri.
Wait, remains a red color or is no
Remains a red color.
Oh my god. Okay.
What was that? Aislinn then asks.
Maybe Amiri. Or something to do with Nyanka?
She kind of looks at Bianca like,
Bianca, like looks back with like wide eyes, basically, implying that I have no idea what was happening either. Or should I? Or should I know?
How are
Okay.
you feeling given current revelations and everything?
I felt scared for you all.
Does that not happen before within Nine Lights?
Yes, it has happened. Yes, it has happened before for us. I imagine that you may have gained a new experience or something. Something that you didn't know before.
You could
Yeah,
say that.
something.
But our barrier is breaking down. What about that?
She, folds her arms and says, yes, it was very similar for us, too. Eventually,
Is
we
it
could
supposed to
reach...
happen?
At least from what I think, from what we've asked in Traria, yes, it's supposed to happen. The reason that she puts that barrier around us is clear, it's obvious as to why, but is also the awakening of our powers. Our latent abilities that the other... She called them recursive souls possessed.
Hmm.
Wait, is my... Because I didn't gain anything, is my barrier still okay?
It cracks. You did not gain anything in the moment, but it cracks.
Maybe
When-
it's because you've been with us.
When we were
I
down
just find
there,
out I have a... Go ahead.
was our barriers beginning to break like real quick, and then now that we're up, it's kind of like stopped?
It has stopped breaking, yeah. It just broke just a little bit. It cracked. It's like you crack a
Okay.
case or crack a screen on your phone. But it
Okay,
does
okay,
not
okay.
continue to, but it remains as such.
Okay.
Dantas, how are you feeling?
Mostly the same. Only today I find out I have a second soul, and now something bad is already happening to it, so...
Well, this
But I
isn't
feel-
necessarily bad.
Same as ever, I suppose.
Oh, not even with the revelation you're related to the king of Scythia?
Well,
That just clicked in my brain.
this would probably mean more to me if I hadn't been living in the woods the past 15 years and I knew who he was.
That is very fair. I was just curious.
I'm sure he's a great man, and I'm sure I'm going to be very proud of being part of his bloodline.
I would hope so, given that I'm standing right here.
Yes. I mean,
your
She
grandmother,
chuckles.
huh?
She just folds her arms and just looks at you. I don't expect anything. I wish for you children to have your fun.
I don't
I-
know if this is fun. We're about to go, kill a man and his army?
That can be fun.
That was fun. That was fun for us when it happened, when we had our first bout.
Well, it's not fun for me. I don't enjoy taking lives.
And she then looks at you and says, then don't.
I would love for that to be an option, but I don't think it's going to be.
Talk to Lady Shia in Fallum if you see her. She'll tell you what it's like. She has not taken a single
She
soul.
has other problems like Alice to worry about.
Well, I'm certain that she'd be convinced to tell you if you, I don't know, rescued her from her city. Also, deeper within that tunnel, actually, is a passage directly to Fallum, underneath the cathedral.
Do they connect to other places? We were curious about that.
Yes, it does. That it's not called the Hollow Ark for nothing. There are celestial, at least we think, celestial pathways that connect to other places in Scythia. It forms a path, fast travel, of course. And there are other forms of this within various cities, though they are slightly spread out. Though an attunement of the location and the defeat of the creatures within is the only way that you can activate them for yourselves, and it recognizes your signature. See, I could go in there and pretty much go to anywhere in Scythia, but of course there'd be no real point for me to do that, given that it's just me. But I figured it would be helpful for you all, especially if you're trying to travel without gaining sufficient.
Yes, I will make the plans.
And
I
she
had
would
to
just...
get in contact with Almonia. And she'll look over Livia, unless you could.
Levia then just closes her eyes and then says, I don't mind talking to my mother, at least on this matter. I can do so.
We're going to need her support for this, unfortunately.
I understand. Like, Levia then, kind of senses something, and it seems like Rena also senses something. Also, you guys kind of look outside for a second. You guys hear, steps.
What is
Then you hear...
What was that? Kendall, your mic didn't pick it up.
Oh, it's a knock.
She'll look at Levia like...
That's sad.
Are you supposed to have any visitors? Does anyone else know where
Can you
this
read
person-
minds through walls?
I can try.
You can. You note that it's a man, and he says, hello? Hello?
I'll say just, hello, who are you?
Looking for any survivors? We were sent... Looking for any survivors? We were some of the, scouts that were sent here for Fallum. We tried to check and see if you were all alive.
Insight check.
Yeah, that's not sus. You might have to
Me
slaughter.
too. I also do.
You know what? Me
Go for
3.
it.
Sense.
Everyone
Sense
inside
motive check.
4?
Everyone inside. Well, go for it. Go for it.
Nice.
You got a 1. Oh,
This-
no.
What is this? Sense motive.
motive.
Sense motive,
Yeah,
yes.
sense
Such a high
Okay.
sense motive too, bro. I'm gonna kill myself.
Oof.
I got
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Let's go.
I got a dirty,
Let's
filthy
go.
little 20.
Okay, nice.
My disgusting 20. Like
Disgusting.
I got
barely.
Filthy.
It's
Raggedy
15? Okay, so from what you're telling with the voice, it does definitely sound very... Actually, it's not Scythian. And I think that actually is more of a relief than anything else. The person that is speaking is from Nailandy. And...
Kendall, is this what you think it is? It can't be.
I can't confirm or deny that.
You're such a bitch.
So...
I remember this.
And says, yeah, we're trying to make sure that everyone is okay. We were sent here from Fallum, at least try to be safely. There are a couple paths that we have that go outside of the tunnels, and we managed to make a little bit of a break for it before they set up the barricades.
So we
We
trust
haven't
them?
opened the door yet, right?
No?
Yeah,
No.
no.
We haven't opened.
Can we look out the
I'm
window?
gonna detect
Yeah.
evil. I'm gonna detect evil at the door.
Detect evil at the door. There's no energies that are negative or evil at the door.
Can I peek out one of the windows?
You peek out one of the windows, it is a person wearing a Novian sash.
She'll open the door.
So as he opens the door, Kaichi, you see a familiar face.
Who is this? This is Corsac.
Huh?
Is this
No.
Corsac?
No.
Oh.
Okay, I was
Just
like, what? Cap right now.
No.
If it was Corsac, I think I would pass away.
No, for real. Wait,
Who is this?
So...
Kendall, hurry up!
You see him standing at 5'10" and 160 pounds. You notice that he is olive-toned kind of skin. And also he has rusty orange hair and
Oh
hazel
my
eyes.
god! Yeah.
And he says, Kaichi, and then like walks over with speed.
We're going in for the strong hug.
I knew one of my best students would be here. Of course you would.
Oh, what are you doing here?
And he just says, well, they simply called me from Nalandy to help out and given my military expertise. I also wanted to give Callison a piece of my mind. Simple as
that one I can understand. I can agree with that one.
And you? It seems like you've been doing your much in daring do here, as much as you have in Marcel. And I'm curious to... It's an honor to know that you have become a cardinal representing the people and soldiers behind you.
Too much.
Is this a friend of yours, TT?
This is my old sword instructor. This is Yasu Sundays.
It's a pleasure to meet everyone. And, well, from the looks of it, it seems like you're alive and hearty. I think this home belonged to an Eastland, I think. Yeah. Just raises her hand. And so she's like, oh, alright, good. So everyone's here. Alright. So, we have a bit of a plan. And, we wanted to also make sure that that there was anyone alive here. Was there anyone else? And like,
there's a man in the basement.
there's
right.
Oh yes, our hostage.
No, he's detained.
Detained. It's like, I didn't know that this outlaw would be keen on keeping bodies. That sounds enjoyable.
That's a reason, I swear.
Oh, trust me, I can't judge. For things that they do to other people, it's a kindness.
Exactly.
It's only just a little bit of revenge goes a long way, I think. But
How
in
is
this matter,
the state of Phelim now?
people are starving, getting hungry. But good thing there are many stores that people are trying to open up to. However, the guards are more or less keeping everyone hush-hush from communicating, so most things have to be done under the cover of nightfall.
How long did you say the city has?
A week at best.
Maybe we must free Phelim first, then.
Yeah.
If then they only have a week left, I mean...
We gotta get a move on.
That is true. I mean, we do have my husband. I'm not saying he can slaughter an army, but...
He just folds his arms and says, trust me, I'm very used to this sort of thing.
Sail to us.
Yes.
Oh, do you mass murder people in your spare time, my love?
At least I used to. Back in the days of me helping out Marcel at their origin points. Not that that is a good thing, but I will say I can handle my own. Give me probably 7 to 8 people, I can probably do pretty decently.
Have we not roughly cobbled together 7 to 8 people?
No, I'm saying against me.
Oh. Well, I suppose, what are we to do? What ideas, plans? For
Well, let's go and talk to our friend here, and let's see what we can learn. Rena then just says, "Oh,
Basement
I
boy?
am so glad that you said something. I cannot wait."
Rena, we're not going to torture him
And she just looks at you and says, "Well, why not?
because that's inhumane.
Do you consider what they did to those other people humane?"
No, but at some point we have to be better than our enemies. Why stoop to their level?
Fine. She gives a sigh, very reluctant. Fine. I shall find some of the satisfaction. I will Be back later. She then goes out, doing a little bit of scouting.
He said,
Oh, I will.
Okay.
As she leaves, departs as quickly as she introduced herself, and then says, "Well, let's go ahead and talk to person then."
Right.
So you guys head down to the basement. You've made a sort of storage room where all the food is kept, but he's like looking around at it and can't do anything as he's tied up on a chair. So he's just like watching the food next to him of things that he could eat right now, but he can't.
hello,
And-
sir. How is your afternoon going?
So, can you tell me exactly how he's bound so that I know what he can and cannot
talk.
do? Oh,
He can't move.
can he see?
Yeah.
Does he have
Bound to
access
a
to his
chair.
nose?
Bound to a chair, rope around
I'm
the
about to say, we
wrists
just
and
roped
around
the
the
fuck out of him.
ankles, so he
Like,
can't
yeah.
he can't
He
move
can't escape.
as significantly at all, but he's functional.
He's mostly asleep and just kind of groggily wakes up. He like tries to move his arm.
inside.
Starts
We have
moving his arm.
questions.
We have to talk to you, sir.
Will you not get a damn thing from me?
I mean, we have a mind reader, so you're not exactly special.
I will say into his mind, yes, sir.
Uh,
He's
Y'all
just
just
like,
like
shit.
me mugging this man from next to Zeta.
Hold on. I need to. Hold on. I
If
gotta
you
check
just
something.
answer a question, it's going to go a lot easier, please.
Halric, roll intimidate.
Hell yeah.
Oh, let's get it.
Hell yeah.
25.
Ooh.
What do you want to say?
Right.
What do you want to say to him? Like looks at you with kind of ferocious eyes, like anger. But he keeps his lips shut.
Like they said, it'll be a lot easier if you just are truthful. I can dig deep into what you got up here.
Okay. He then says. He then like grimaces a little bit and just says, "It's not like I'm going anywhere anyway.
Damn right.
There's no point of giving you any of this, but since Callison's insurgents they sent, which you killed all my allies, we were sent mostly to slow your pacing. He knew about all of you before you even got here. And given the time that you've spent here so far, and being a day or two, you're not going to be able to make it out here in time before you've reached our goal, before we've reached our goal. And given that, I don't think he's going to have you pass through without a trace. Not this time. So we set up some blockades around the city of Fallum. And given that certain Lady Shia and Alice are there, it seems like you'd be compelled to talk if he ever deigned to ask you for anything. Unless you want their lives to meet their ends as well. Oh.
I did not realize Callison was open to conversation.
Well, they are not negotiations unless you want your specific people dead. Then, in that case, yes, it'd be conversation.
Hmm.
I'll say into his head, is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
Sure,
He-
with the boss.
He pauses for a moment and just. Well, let's just say Callison has always told us he's got an ace up his sleeve in case things go wrong. Well, sort of infusion magic. Maybe. I don't know. He hasn't gone much into detail on it, so.
Infusion is dangerous.
Oh, absolutely. can bring about an entire horde of enemies if he so wanted. But I don't honestly know what he's capable of.
You have a lot of faith in your leader.
Oh, absolutely.
Why?
He takes a moment and just says, he said that he would help us clear our names and make a different world, one of which was led by an Iron Hand. And he wanted to start another Fall Shower War. Or for the first Fall Shower War.
And do you think that is the answer to your fate?
Whether or not it is solves my problems.
And what is your problem? Not crime?
Oh, not a crime,
Hmm.
but just simply power over individuals.
You want power, is that it?
Well, I think anyone would, given the right circumstance. And people's tendency to let go of power is very low anyway, and it's
It doesn't
unnatural
mean you
to...
deserve it.
Does certain people and most of our world's leaders deserve power?
No, that's why
Exactly.
they get overthrown. But even then, you're just what, one man with a good aim? Do you know how many other individuals there in this world like you?
Well, that's the whole point. Then we make it a battle royale to see who's the best and most fit for us all. And those.
And you think you're going to win?
Well, with the Black Hands, it seems so. Regardless, I played my part in this role, regardless as to whether I was a pawn. I agreed with it, and I knew it would
And you're
come of it.
satisfied with that?
He
Just
nods.
being a number?
He says he nods. If he, Callison, will fight for all of our missions and our sakes, and to achieve the thing that he told us that he would do, then gladly. I have nothing to lose.
That is sad.
Call
would
it
pray
sad,
for you.
call it sad. Call it whatever you may. It does not change the fact that probably right now he has found his quarry and out here, and it definitely will serve to execute them in front of the town square. Will he be rather interesting to see?
I see. I do not have a use for you anymore, so I'll leave your fate up to them.
Good one. He then looks and says, well, what do you want to do? Seems like you had animosity towards us, looking over towards Dianthus. Never seen a man quickly pulls an execution sword out that quickly.
It wouldn't have been so quickly if you weren't all so slow and weak.
It says,
I glance around for a second.
mm-hmm.
Leave me, please.
As you wish.
Alzetta leaves. How about everyone else?
I will say into Dianthus's mind, we have a link in our mind. Anything that you want us to know, if you need us in here quick, let me know.
I nod. I'm still looking at him, but I nod in
You're like,
response.
Yeah.
Alright, so everyone else leaves the room, leaving only Dianthus and the assailants.
Good luck.
Thank you. And now that everyone is gone, is there any other furniture in the
Yes, absolutely. Boxes, crates, you're seeing maybe a bench here and there.
room? I grab a crate, like whatever is closest, and I pull it up and I just sit directly in front of him. The Black Hands. You are all the rowdy bunch, aren't you?
Call us what you want. We do what we do.
Yes, and what you're doing is working with the Dreamweavers. Why?
He pauses for a second. Dreamweavers. Where have I heard that name before? I remember Callison speaking to them about it.
The cleric.
Yeah. Yes, he was a part of them.
So why are you working with them?
Our goals just so happen to align. We want to bring about a fall shower war. We think that would sprout the catalyst needed to resummon what they, I think, refer to as the lucid dreamer.
Yes.
But it seems, from what they've said, that they've already found something to make it easier.
I breathe slowly. I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
What's your name?
He, exhales and says, Dial Afkar.
I was like you once, my friend. Led astray by flowery words and false promises. And I unwrap the bandages that were on my arm and I show him the brand that's on my hand.
Mm-hmm.
They're lying to you. They lied to me and they're lying to you. They won't give you what they want, or they won't give you what you want. They'll use you, and then they'll throw you away into the dirt. Be better than this, my friend.
He then looks at you and says, Well, how could you know? What do you even want?
The people that worked alongside you, they took me in. Ever since I was a boy, I lived with them. Damn near 20 years. And they threw it all away after I found out their plan. Do you really think the world that they're going to make is one that you would agree with?
He ponders that for a little bit.
In a battle of survival of the fittest, you would be one of the first bodies that would build the foundation of the society that they create. You wouldn't live in that world. Do you really think that's what everyone should experience?
Regardless as to whatever everyone else experiences, I have my own agenda, call it selfish. And my own desires, call it selfish. But the fact is that those who stand fast to their will and goals are the ones who usually succeed above others. Save for your allies, too. So if their conviction just so happens to be stronger than Callison's, then you should overcome that. And the inverse is also true. If Callison's desire to cause another fall shower war, then, in spite of everything, you would give all. And yet, you do not seem to understand what you must sacrifice in exchange, or at least you probably have. And it's just hard to see. Time. Time that you'll never get back. Time that you had the opportunity to seize. Or maybe a family member, a friend, a loved one. Some of them we know will never remember their names. And
You're right.
That, at the very minimum, I can understand. But for those of us who have nothing else to give to this world who has sinned against us, and who's created a situation where it is live or die, then you tell me, would you rather live or die in that world? of corruption, and blood in your hands at the behest of another, killing only because you have to. Because if you do not kill them, then they will kill you. It is a very simple thing to understand, as your allies clearly demonstrated to me in my contingent. But to answer your original question, sure, I might not be able to live in that world, but someone else will. And so long as I add on to that spirit and will to that one person, it only gives them more strength. So then, at that point, it's worth it. I'm one voice of many, but hundreds will follow in my suit. We shall see.
Being a voice of many doesn't make you right. Just makes you even more of a fool.
Then what makes a
I've
good
done
man?
Nothing but sit in that chair and spat nonsense. But you were right about one thing. My time is valuable. There are people in need of help a long ways away from here. And I've just wasted valuable minutes listening to a prattling idiot tied to a chair in a closet. So while our conversation has been wonderful, I think it's about time I bring it to an end. And I stand up. I take my I take the shield that I still have from the basement, right? And I'm holding it by the handles. I pause. I think really hard for a minute, and I make it into a two-handed great sword.
Okay.
That is missing its tip.
Okay. So, as then the shield, then the handles, then the wall of the shield then starts to raise above the handle, creating a blade-like surface, then flattening out, as it is more akin to a talwar. A wide blade. And he just says, I'm glad you're learning from my words. You carry them on with you. For as long as you live.
Let him die. Please kill him. No.
Oh, you say that, but I've already forgotten what you said. And I place my foot on his chest and I kick over the chair.
Okay.
And then while he's on the ground, I just...
Which then ends his life. Okay. Which then ends his life. Of course, his blood courses across the stone. You, thankfully, did not make a mess other than the floor itself.
I take the sword and I put it between my my elbow and wipe off all the blood that was there. And then I turn it back into a tower shield and I put it on my back.
As you put it on your back? Oh?
Feels like it would be a lot more convenient. I turn it into a dagger and then I just put it on my bandolier.
Absolutely. And then folding dagger right into your hand. So you then put it on your bandolier, carrying it with you.
I'm gonna pick up the bandages that I unwrapped from my arm and I'm gonna put them all back.
All right.
And I will walk out and join everyone else.
You just you just leave the. So everyone else in the main area, you definitely heard the cut noise as there was a sort of knock before that. See, then exits the room, a little bit bloodied, but not by much.
You all right?
Yes, perfectly fine. I was curious if he knew anything else, and I didn't want to make a scene in front of my new friends.
All right.
That's good. And I imagine, did you get his name? Zalt is asking you that question.
It was like Dial, right?
Yes, Dial. Yes, Dial. Afgar. Yes.
Dial. If I remember.
You then He then takes off his world axe, and he takes like a sharp knife and starts inscribing his name onto the stems and branches of the world axe in very, very small text. And then he puts the axe back on his back, holsters the dagger once more. And with Inrivia also having returned at this point, and everyone being in the house, and she is stretching, you also see her kind of blood-covered clothes, and she says, I need a change of clothes. She smiles.
Yes.
She just chuckles.
I don't know if you noticed, but you've got.
She nods. He also needs a change of clothes too. And then I will wash them later. I will definitely wash them later. I'll find something. Last thing. Let me make sure.
Oh yeah, we're technically. Are we all like dirty right now?
yeah.
I mean, I imagine Kaichi and Yanka are just bloody
Yeah, very much so.
as well as
I have.
This is the next day.
This is the next day after
This
that,
we
so I
got
would
all
imagine,
cleaned
yeah.
up.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
so
I
we
kind of
cleaned up
assumed
a little.
Yeah, y'all did. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just your
Like, I
clothes
hope-
that need to. It's just your clothes that
Kaichi.
kind of need to be taken care of.
Kaichi can rough it,
Is
but she
there
likes
like
being clean.
a waterfall somewhere nearby?
Oh,
Could
absolutely,
I do
there
a
is.
geography check for that? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do a knowledge local. 100%. I'll 100% go for that. Hell yeah.
Shit, I got an 8.
Oh, fuck.
You remember the running brook and presume if you follow the path far enough, you'll run into a waterfall.
Yeah.
That's probably smart.
You then, so as you then leave, one thing for Elzetta, as Eastland then turns towards you,
Just gonna stare it off into space.
she says, Elzetta, where is your family from? I do not believe I asked that question, since we're on the topic of origins.
Nelindy?
Nelindy, huh?
I'm from Marcel, as is my, sort of my father. He's from Byron.
What is your last name, and which side of your family does it come from?
Ifanea. This is my father's last name.
Ifanea.
Let me look up her mom's last name.
I was about to say. So there's two. There's two. One of them is okay. Here, let me open chat real quick as you're looking for that, Caitlin. One of them is Fallum, which is y'all are in southern Fallum, which is probably about a couple hours away, at least on horseback. So probably more closer to 6 by foot. The two individuals in kind of the main people there are Lady Shia and someone by the name of Alice. In addition, going over towards Vautir, which is where the main bit of the conquest is happening, you don't know who they're looking for, but it seems as they are looking for someone.
I didn't. What? That's the name of the. Ken. What did you say earlier? I thought you were pronouncing an L.
No, there's no L. Wait a minute, Caitlin. This happened with Grace, I think.
Anyways, her
Who would I want
mom's
with?
her mom's main name is Firadine.
Ooh. So that's where I know your name from.
That's how you spell. Okay.
Do you know a lady in your family lineage by the name of Tamra? No? Okay. Well, at least in your day, or my day, I suppose, she was known as the Magic Maya. And she even taught me a few magical spells. I suppose it would be a way of giving them back to you in a sense, but I will do that when you're not struggling with your souls so much. And go ahead and get your rest. We're going to need it for these coming days. Yasu, how is the situation in Fallon? Are Lady Shia and Alice still alive? Yes, though they are captive at the moment. I figured as much. Okay. So, My guess is that we go using. There's a part of us that go using the Hollow Arc and go beneath them. I would assume that you, Shamiri, can take care of yourselves quite well, and Levia, RA, and Rena both nod. Alright, then if you could draw their attention away towards the surface, it will make things a lot easier going forward. But that is also why we have Zaelt as well. So Zaelt will go with you, and I will go with you. You all take the Hollow Arc underneath into the city, and first off, locate and rescue our patrons. If we have them, everything else will be well. Shia knows quite a few resurrection spells. And granted, it doesn't cost her anything because of her continued loyalty and service to Lady Iamide. So, I believe this is a decent idea, but any objections here? Or a plan of your own, perhaps? This is just the first thing that came to mind.
Sure, if she is such a lofty healer of Aimide, then we are in wonderful hands.
Mm.
She's gonna like.
Has she not answered? Has she not answered you recently, as well?
He doesn't say anything.
I think the plan is good. I do not have any problems with it, at least so far.
Nyanka nods in agreement.
All right.
Do we know where the city the Hollow Arc is going to be spitting us out in?
It's going to be in the center of Fallon, where the cathedral from whence she would be. If I had to guess, they probably would hold her captive within the cathedral. So you're going to have to keep quiet upon entry.
Copy.
I know there are some underground passageways.
Yes, it uses those.
Would you know where the closest one is, maybe?
Well, what I'm saying is those passageways use this. And the sort of, I think they're called the Trallo. Yes, we kind of, for lack of a better word, assimilated part of their pathways, and so we somewhat use them for parts of the Hollow Arc. Going into Fallon specifically, yes, we use a couple of their tunnels to get to and from.
Awesome. Would you be able to show us?
Oh, it leads straight there. It's thankfully this one is a straight line.
Where to find a passageway to get there?
Yes. It's not like a specific maze, though I will say if you start going more north towards Valtier, then yes, it will start to branch out quite a bit because there's a lot of different places to go.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere from the pyramid to the Tehi Mountains to Ganagath to the east, and then Isat's Ruin and all of those places. You've got a lot of different directions.
Isat's Ruin.
Am I mistaken, or was the Hollow Arc like the passageway in the basement, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just triple checking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So we can go through the basement.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Okay. Shit.
I think that's what they were probably. I think that's probably what they were looking for when they were here, trying to look for me.
Yeah. I suspect so.
Okay. I'm gonna let y'all talk about how specifically you guys want to plan going forward. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, and I will be back momentarily. Okay.
Yes, Slade.
Ooh, Slade.
I guess I kind of walk over to the table and like kind of call everyone over so we can sit down and discuss.
We're doing this
Hell
in
yeah.
character, Salon.
Hella.
Yes, of course we're doing this in character. Otherwise, it's metagaming.
Exactly.
Metagame
So
for the win.
True.
If the Backhands were sent here to try and find this entrance, then that means more than likely they don't have the cathedral defended. Because if they did, they wouldn't need to defend the alternate entry points.
Yeah. True.
Outside of the cathedral, there's probably going to be a lot of foot traffic, so getting around will be difficult, I assume.
I know we're probably not able to do all of us, but I'm pretty good at lying and I'm pretty good at deceiving people of who I am. The homie that we have in the basement, I could maybe don on his outfit depending on size and pretend to be a black hand out if at any point that we would need it.
It's a good idea. I do not like the thought of putting you directly in their bomb, though.
It's fine.
And if
I
you
was made
were
to do that anyways.
You would probably need to find somewhere to wash the clothes.
Shit.
People do things in their clothes when they pass.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Shit. Literally.
Yes, shit, quite literally.
Literally.
We have clean water. It'll be fine. We can clean it.
Yeah. I can wash it off. Probably in her kitchen or something.
Oh,
Right
probably not their kitchen.
Nyaka shakes her head at the proposed idea at the word kitchen. Like, no.
We'll think about where to clean those.
It's like washing a cat in the sink.
I have done that.
Remember, he is still a man.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
A disguise may be practical, though.
True. Maybe a distraction paired with a disguise.
Yes, exactly. Someone is disguised, and if there is any security in the cathedral, gets their attention, possibly claims one or two of us as prisoners, while those of us that are smaller and more agile take flank routes, and on their signal, we take them out.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I like that.
If there is any security in there, there may not be.
Yeah.
You can't tell. This is probably why I'm very good at Elwar.
Starting to realize.
All right. I like this.
I do think an escape route will probably be necessary if we are going through the Hollow Arc. Just because if we get ambushed on the other side by people in the cathedral and it goes poorly, we can't just lose them in a giant empty tunnel.
Yeah.
Perhaps Lady Iselin has a map that we may borrow?
Yeah.
It's a straight line, I'm sure. I'm fairly certain that she said it was a straight line from here to Falum.
Maybe she has a map of Falum, though. Is that what you were talking about, Nyaka? Okay, yeah.
That is, yes, okay, that's wise, yes.
Yeah, we can, if shit hits the fan, we can pick a destination point, scatter. 10, 15 minutes later, meet up at that point.
Yes. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Shall we maintain a mental link? So
Yeah.
we know what is going on.
For sure. We are all have a bonded mind with each other.
Oh,
wait, is it with each other, or I have it written down, everyone within the party, I can hear their thoughts as long as they direct it to me. But does that mean that, Nyanka and Elzeta can, also talk to each other mentally with this link?
So no. So it would you are the throughway through which they
the
are able
hub.
to communicate.
Telephone.
So
Okay.
you're kind of the middleman. You're you're like the hub, and there's spokes, right?
Do I,
So we would
in
have to be
using it
sorry.
so far in the few sessions that we have, can I tell what the range is?
So the range, at least from kind of testing it, seems like you need to be within 100 feet.
Okay. Thank you.
Let me see.
I'm not sure why we're wasting any more time here. This city obviously needs our help. I think it's time for us to go.
I'm gonna go ahead and clean off the clothes.
Yes. Let's take. And I kind of can I make a survival check so I know what time it is? Can I look up at the sun?
You don't need a survival check for that. There are sundials. Those are very common in my world.
Oh yeah, there is a clock in here. I kind of
there are clocks. Yeah,
established in the off session.
Yes. So that being
What
said,
time is it?
It is currently 7:15 p.m.
going while it's in the middle of the night would probably be wise, lowering the likelihood of security in
being
the
seen.
cathedral. So,
Yeah.
I say let's meet up here in about an hour, pack up all our things, get ready to move, clean up, obviously, and then we'll hit the metaphorical road, if you would. And by
And-
road, I mean the hollow arc and not an actual road.
Yeah,
Because that would be suicide. I'm going. And, like, I just kind of shuffle out the door because I made it awkward, so I'm like, I walk out the door.
We are
And
go.
I leave the building.
Very good.
And
I have a quick question.
What's up?
Have we rested enough since the fight to have gained our like spell points back?
Yes. You've rested for like 5 days. Or rather, actually.
Oh.
Oh, wait. That's another thing. So now we actually need to do that time transition. So, I am going to...
hit rest. Yippee.
I'll make the full... Actually, for this moment only, I'm gonna make an exception. I will actually allow y'all, if you want to, I'll let y'all choose. So, you can either... I'll give y'all the full HP option by whenever you went into the Hollow Arc the first time. In addition to learning those new abilities, it seems like your soul and wounds have been mended curiously. Or, conversely... Oh, is Bubby?
I have your son.
You have my son.
Oh.
She has my son.
The boy.
The boy, the lad, the man, the myth, the legend. Or, conversely, I can give you guys I can give you, like, replenish your spell points and everything. You'll still have a little bit of damage. Actually, sorry. Or, you could take the rest of today and, like, the rest of the few day period that you need to recuperate and to, like, make sure your plan is good and sound. Because that also gives me time to make the map for next session as well. That way y'all can talk about the strategy stuff, the point of strategy for, like, and tactics, exactly how y'all want to do it.
We talked about the strategy. Well.
Oh, y'all did? Oh, okay, good. Oh, okay. Well, I was more saying specifically the map, like the specific points on the map.
Yeah, it's probably smart.
Like, I want to make sure y'all have that because y'all.
Possible.
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like I want to make sure I have a map for y'all.
I literally thought my alarm just went off because Secunda is playing. Listen, you're playing Skyrim music. I have all of it downloaded, the atmosphere music downloaded, and I have that as my wake up music.
That's actually that's so based.
I'm like, why am I awake? What? And then I realized it was.
Why am I awake? I ask that question all the time. Why the fuck am I awake?
Mood.
That is so based. Okay, let me see.
I'm
if I
over
can...
here catching flies.
Actually, though,
I've been yawning so much as the session has progressed.
Oh, there she goes.
I'm yippee.
All right. So I will procure y'all a map next, or oh, there it is. Did I find it? Is this the one? Perfect. I'm gonna use this old map. Okay. All right. We're bringing the old map into the fold, ladies and gentlemen.
We were gonna ask someone for that map in real or in game.
Yeah,
I heard that bit. That's why I was like, okay, they need a map. Yeah, I realized that. Here, I'm going to.
I guess necesitamos.
Here, let's go. Map. I'm about to give y'all another map.
Bianca Nientes' grandmother, can we please have a map?
Yes, and she just looks at you and just blinks and says, "What? Do you think I'm going to say no?"
No.
Of course your children need a map. Gods, if I didn't equip your children of not knowing where you're going, I'd feel so irresponsible. And she just
I'm
shakes
19.
her head.
I'm not a child.
I am...
Bianca looks at Ulrich as he says this.
Never mind.
And she just shakes her head.
Ethan is like, I am not gonna punch a child today. I am not gonna slap a child today.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
I'm not
You
gonna hit my
are the
grandkids'
youngest
friend.
of us, right?
Yes, yes.
Literal
Yes.
baby. He's the baby of the party.
Actually, though. All right, here I'm giving y'all the old map. All right, 3, 2, 1. Holy shit! I forgot how funnily I made this map. This map I made literally. Actually, let me check when I made this map. It had to have been like a very long time ago.
Wow.
What? That's wild! I made this map 4 years ago today.
Holy shit!
What? Wow.
Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. What the fuck?
That's actually
Happy
a little
4-year
insane.
anniversary.
Let's
Colin.
go!
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell? That's wild!
Hear me out,
Dude, no. That was literally okay. No, I am not. This
We
shit.
need to keep this map.
No, I'm
You-
about
you
to
don't
say.
need to update
No,
it.
I'm not updating it. There's no reason. No, we're keeping it.
Is the
Hold
building
on.
on the top right the cathedral? Is that
Yes.
like where we're?
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give a close up actual proximity of the cathedral layouts that Rena would procure, kind of in the off time of rest. Also, Caitlin,
Go,
did you just put
Rena!
did you just put a duck on your screen, Caitlin?
No,
what do you mean no?
I'm not doing anything.
It's literally covering up half your face and part of your eye.
I can do this.
What the fuck is happening? Oh, there it is. It's gone
I'm
now.
not seeing a duck.
It just stayed on the screen until I changed like particular cameras. But yeah, no, they're literally like real shit. That's kind of wild. 4
Meant to
years
be.
ago today, like it actually was meant to be. Holy shit. Okay, so we are using this map. So let's let's let y'all draw on the map. This is one I will actually agree with y'all drawing on. And kind of decide where you guys are going to go. Also, by the way, a little bit of lore about these trees. These are referred to as Alacy trees.
Hey!
These are referred to as Alacy trees. Specifically, these trees are golden and are amber. But people who touch these trees fall into a slumber. Most of them have not awoken and have not withered, but have died after going into this sleep and have never woken up, and their body just decayed. With the one exception of the girl, of which kind of followed the tree's namesake is Alacy herself. Her body is still preserved in kind of like a glass casket of sorts in the cathedral in question.
Snow White? Snow White?
Kind of very Snow White.
Raise the
situation.
dead. No, just
Also, by the way, she had quote unquote disappeared in 300 years ago. She was just a standard normal human girl. But she is gone now, and she also really liked botany and like being a florist. She was like 12 years old, I think is what I said. Yeah, she was like 12 years old when she disappeared. But funnily enough, her body is not decayed at all. Her hair has only grown, her clothes have only grown more grayscale, but the texture of her skin, her color, her life within her has not faded. Why is unknown. But why is unknown,
Sorry.
in terms to her whereabouts are also unknown. So it's very interesting stuff. But that being said, I'm going to do one last thing before session is over, which is the best cutscene of why I named the session title it is. Are y'all wanting to do that multiple day rest before you guys head out, or do you want me to just do the full HP restore? You do it tomorrow.
I mean, we have. So they said we have a week essentially.
Yeah.
I feel like we should
head up now, kind of.
go as soon as
Yeah.
possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
should just
Cool. Yeah.
look around.
Time too short.
All right. Sounds good.
But well, I mean, I feel like we need. I'm gone. I'm cleaning up right now. I'm showering in a waterfall somewhere.
Yeah.
I need to come back first off, and then we asked. Fuck, I always forget names.
That's all good.
We asked.
Iselin? For a map?
Eastland. We asked Eastland for the map so we can plan out the map, and then after that, just hit the road.
Okay. So on that matter, actually, before you head back, as you're looking at your reflection in the little brook that you're like kind of close to the little waterfall that you're at, actually, you see like a small one. It's almost like the height of a stepping stone, but you can kind of lay your head back into the water. As you relax, let your hair float in the water, let your beard kind of soak. You get up and you start washing your face. And what color are your eyes?
Dark blue.
Okay. They are hazel for a brief moment. For about a good 10 seconds. And then they transition back to their normal blue color. I am going to send you something. Weird. Caitlin?
Secret lore?
Oh! Oh! I just now read this, Caitlin.
What's up?
I just now read this.
Realized that she is going through it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like a pea in the ocean. I'm like,
Yeah, she's thinking about it right now, Kendall. She's very much in a place of, my God has abandoned me, so why should I be loyal to her?
Damn.
Oathbreaker. No, wait, my bad.
Because in her sense
I
of point of
shouldn't encourage
view,
this thing.
like, she knows that Lady She has lived for a while, but, like, Elzona dedicated her entire fucking life to this new god. And in her greatest time of need, she ignored her.
Mhm.
So, in her eyes, the most gods have been most loyal to her have been Desna and Pharasma, so...
Yay, Desna!
I don't know, she used to be a very sweet, very naive character, and she's experiencing life right now.
Reality.
fair.
And it's kind of hard for her, and she's kind of going through, like, who deserves to live and die, and she's becoming Levia, essentially.
I need you to roll 1d4 for Dianthus.
Oh. Wait, me?
No.
Oh, thank God. I was like, am I about to kill my friend?
3.
I was like, whoa.
I knew you were gonna get I knew you were going to get this one. Fuck! That's so fucking funny.
Oh yes? Oh no?
Okay, so first things first. Also, Caitlin, you know what I'm doing right now.
Which one is that? Is that Glint?
No, I'm giving him fervor. He rolled a 3.
Oh, he's getting fervor? Oh my God, fervor is fire.
What's that?
You'll find out. You'll
figure out, sir.
You'll find out.
I had these superpowers last game. They're so lit. Trust me, sir. They're amazing.
Here. So with your eyes going hazel, you have now acquired this. And the others are satisfied on certain condition.
You're getting sleepy while you're holding Bane?
I've been yawning for the past 45 minutes.
You good? Josh, you good?
Wait. Yeah. Hang on, I'm asking questions.
Yeah, okay. I will say that is the end of session. Congratulations. Now y'all have abilities and new things to play around with.
You gotta put that in my character sheet.
Did we get any experience?
Yes.
Yeah, any EXP?
Yes.
Well,
I did behead a man.
That's true.
What do I get, Kendall?
So first thing, I am also adjusting for the EXP that I originally gave y'all. I'm going to give you guys an additional 600. Progress.
So how much XP does everyone have? Because I think I'm off with everyone again.
It should be. It should be about the same. Like
Mine
about
hasn't updated yet with the new EXP, but I think it'll be somewhere around the early 7,000s.
Ooh.
I have 7,100. Is that like about the same?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What is it? 600?
Yes.
How much is it, Kendall?
It should be 600. Yeah.
Okay. Are you doing it or us manually?
You can do it. Let you guys
Okay.
do it. Just add 600.
600. Woo!
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I have
I'm almost
7,150.
halfway.
That's true.
Yeah.
Also, Rosie, you're gonna have to figure out what that what that means.
Yes, I know. Listen, I will choose a character if, in the unlikely event that Nyaka disappears from this mortal realm,
The unlikely
I'll figure
event.
it out.
I
Figure it out. She has a lot of people in her background.
was gonna do something really
Pick
cute
up.
today, but I'm gonna save it until after next session. 'Cause
You said cute? We literally were like, oh, it's gonna be so wholesome today! And then you gave us like this evil
Trump.
smile. Evil
Trump.
smile doesn't imply something cute, Ken. It implies exactly
Okay,
what
let
happened.
It is the former. It's the former. So it's
Okay.
the first thing. And it's anything you conjure. Anything that you would has happened or you can imagine will happen. Yeah, correct.
Okay,
But
okay.
you can imagine immediately how it would go, which also provides roleplay opportunities for things that haven't occurred, you know?
Okay, got it.
I'm having so much fun. I
Hell
don't
yeah.
remember a lot, but that's my own brain's fault. But I'm having so
Alright.
Real.
Do you want the cute thing or no before you leave?
No, I have less than a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. It's the same thing where I was like, I'm gonna leave at 10, and then you're like, actually, no. We're not doing
Okay.
that.
Alright
Yeah,
then Alright then I already know what I'm naming next session. I'm gonna give that to y'all now. Here.
Question is Bane, because Bane is next to Rosie.
Oh.
Bane,
nice.
like the guy from Batman.
I have the code on.
Darkness.
My life is horrible. I must make an oatmeal bath.
Oh, dude, she's so spoiled. She has oatmeal shampoo. I literally grind oats for this turkey, and I soak her in a nice, hot, warmish oatmeal
the
bath.
turkey.
And she gets that like every 2 weeks.
And she's still reduced to the cone. Goddamn.
Yeah, it's because the summer and spring allergies are really bad.
Ooh.
But once fall and winter, once fall basically gets cold,
Fan.
she's good, and I can pretty much take it off.
Slay.
But sometimes she's just a jerk anyway, and decides that her feet are really tasty.
Bro, your feet are not tasty, child.
Hey Ken,
She
Hey,
has
what's
a
up?
foot thing. It'll
after
fit.
you
It's
write
crawling
up
into my room.
your
Alright,
after you write up your next session message, could you help me set up the sheet for the hammer thing for the shape-shifting sword in Foundry? So I know how it works if I end up having to fight and kill people.
Absolutely.
Excuse me?
Hold
Hold on, everybody needs to look at Artsky Doodles.
I was
right
about to say,
now.
Alejandro just produced a Renaissance painting for us.
What's up?
Yeah. You did that in like just the session?
Yeah, that's what she said. That's why she said she was. That's why she said she was turning off her camera. 'Cause-
Alejandro has to grind. Okay, this is her.
That's crazy.
No,
So
it's because I don't want you
good.
guys to see me just zoomed up to the camera so you guys can see all my
You're just
board.
like. You're just like.
That's so beautiful.
She's so beautiful.
That's amazing.
That is
I love
Sansale. That is Sansale. All right.
Oh
wanted
my
that.
gosh.
I was listening
I'm
to a
so
song
excited to meet this
and-
woman.
I listened to a song and I really, really thought of Sansale and I was like, oh my god, I should draw her.
Well, she is the she's my world's metaphorical Jesus, and I love her. Actually, literal Jesus, and I love her. She's amazing.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
like literally the fact that she well, at least to Halric and what y'all know is somehow certain energies are still present also in Rena as well also bodes very interestingly, and I wonder what Halric makes of that.
Halric is Jesus Christ.
That's what short ass Jesus. Fun size Jesus.
They'll have to take the cross in MS Paint and just kind of like.
Okay,
Yeah,
y'all ready for the title?
Give
We're
me the
gonna have
title
to
so I can sleep.
downsize
Okay,
the frog.
okay.
My dog
Here
has to go
is
to
the
the
title. Here is the title. 3, 2, 1. I didn't put at Deary.
Yes! Beautiful! I'm so excited!
I love cats.
Meowers.
Absolutely.
I
Here-
have the Dwemer cat right here.
Do you know what the Dwemer cat is? Do you remember, Caitlin?
Is
Did we
that
see like their bones or whatever?
No.
those are our
Rosie.
spellies.
Rosie, you may remember it, but if you don't, that's also understandable.
Oh, is that the funky fucker? The weird look, the weird one.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Ah, I remember.
You remember?
I think I vaguely
Hey,
remember, but not
dude,
enough
what
to
is-
actually remember.
Kendall, I think Finn has a foot fetish because he just shoved his entire head into my shoe.
He does that.
Freaky ass cat.
I love him. Also,
Finn, stop it. Finn, there's no need for this.
Okay. Good night.
Right, good
all right,
night,
I'll
friends.
see you.
Good
Good
night.
night. Good night.
No,
I'll stay around, Josh.
Much love, y'all.
All right, I'll see y'all. Good
Bye,
night.
good night.
Bye. All right, cool. So, let's go ahead and get this shit ready. The main thing I'm gonna just be very simple. We're gonna use the long sword, kind of stat block, and we'll just work it around.
I made it over without being assaulted.
You made it because Buffy was there.
He didn't touch me. Ah! Sorry, he ran behind me and it scared me.
What's up?
The main thing I was curious about, because obviously I assume if I'm like making it change, like if I make it into a dagger, it's gonna function just like a dagger, and if I turn it into a sword, it's gonna function like a sword. You know,
It deals the same damage.
that's what I was. The main two things I was curious about
Mm-hmm.
are when I'm in combat, what kind of action does it take to change it into something?
It is a swift.
Okay. And then what is the weight of the
So the weight, I'm gonna say here, I will put it in the thing. It should be, hold on, let me click and drag it onto your character first. Here, and then I'm gonna turn the longsword into this, and the weight I'm going to say is 7 pounds.
regardless of shape, size?
That's a good point. I'm actually going to
Okay,
make
that-
it 8
I'm like-
pounds. I'm gonna make it 8.
I was like, if I turn it into a because rather unrealistically, a tower shield is 45 pounds.
Oh, absolutely.
In D&D, that is not the weight of a tower shield at all, but in D&D, I guess it is. And so I'm like, is this gonna spontaneously get stupid heavy when I turn it into a shield?
Actually, no. So what I'm thinking of doing is that the item doesn't weigh as much because it's also, in a sense, it may conjure a magical aura as well. What we can do is that, at least with the hammer portion, it is actually more reliant off of the individual's anima. So it kind of forms off of you and kind of draws in your own life's energy to form it into its various parts. So its weight actually doesn't change. It just takes your anima and takes it into different forms. That's hence the reason why you have to will it into whatever form you want. I will say, I will have you make an anima roll every time you want to change its form. And so, what I'm going to do in the item's description is I'm calling this Hyperion's. I'm gonna be funny. I'm gonna call it I'm gonna call it Scepter of Hyperion. That being said, I'm going to put in the description, requires anima roll to shift.
So is it going to be a swift action and the animal rolls? Or?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Weapon form. Now, if you do it outside of combat, then you do not require an anima roll to do it.
Sounds good.
So, like, you can start battle in whatever weapon form. I will create general categories. Some general categories are longsword, warhammer, Definitely not dagger. We'll say, since you did tower shield, do these. And I'll say ... add on to these as needed. However, you may only have a maximum of 10 forms. So
And it can only take the form of like weapons and stuff. I can't be like,
correct.
Make me a fucking Iron Man suit or
yes,
something.
correct. So it can only be
Okay,
weapons.
Got it.
Correct.
Got it.
But
with the 10 forms, it's like once I make it take that form,
then it is yeah.
And I don't.
Yeah. So the 2 that you've had, I'm gonna bold. So I'm gonna bold. You made it a tower shield and you made it a dagger, and its Warhammer like kind of form is its default.
Default.
Yes.
And I turned it into a sword to behead that guy.
Correct. You did turn it into you turned it into greatsword. That's a good point. So I'll say greatsword. I'll say the confirmed weapons are blank, and I'm going to change the damage on it because it is masterwork. I'm not going to say it's automatic. It's weird. Let me see. So it's a good weapon. I will say it is lawful good. It is medium. Held. We'll say normal. We're going to say martial type. Usually you're going to use this as one-handed, but it's not really. However, if you do use it to attack, let me go here. Critical range, strength 1d8, so we're gonna actually put a 10 here. Actually, yeah, we're gonna put a 1d10 here. 1d10 of, we're going to say untyped damage. I'm gonna say untyped damage, and its critical range is on 18. Or critical threat range is on 18, and enhancement override bonus is going to be a 1. And yes. Okay. That being said, let me change the image of it just because I'm a bit biased. Let's see, and then change this. I'm going to let's see. Where's the shields? I wonder if Foundry has little shield icons. That'd be really cool if it did. Hold on. The equipment shield. There it is. Where's tower? Targe. Scudum. Yeah, Scudum shield. It might. That is worn as fuck. That is definitely not what I'm looking for. It definitely is like a kite. Definitely is an oval. Round Scudum. Yeah, literally Scudum is the only bruh. Oh, war door. There we go. They call it a no, definitely not a war door. Yeah, it has to be a Scudum. Yep, that's yeah. No, everything else does not work. Okay. So there we go. I just added Scepter of Hyperion to your sheet. The bonus to AC. So given that you have your current one, are you going to discard it?
I'm going to keep it on me for now because it's kind of expensive. It's like a masterwork, all that, Darkwood. I'll probably find someone to sell it to eventually because it's actually pretty damn expensive as far as shields go.
It is.
But I won't have it equipped. I'll just have it,
Gotcha.
With me.
Gotcha. I'm gonna put the description of Tower Shield in here as well, so that way, you have it, just in case you need it, whenever you do eventually remove that Tower Shield.
What I'll probably do is when I transform something.
Oh, right.
I will add whatever I have in. So, if I transform it into a
Here, I got it. I actually have
dagger.
it.
I'll just slap the dagger text in there so I have them all ready to go.
So good thing. Actually, I actually have a significantly better idea. I'm gonna give you, because it's shield AC and it's 4 for a tower shield, right?
It's it would be 5 because it has a
5?
+2 max dex bonus, so it would be
+2. So for max. Wait a minute. Let me make sure we're on the same page. Where am I looking for? Hold on. Alright, let's see. +2 dex bonus here. Let me look at tower shield. Tower shield, blah blah blah. Tower, where is it? It's considered heavy. Tower. Max dex bonus. Oh, no. Okay, so what max dex bonus is a little bit different. So, hold on. Yes, baby? Oh, let me move my backpack. So, okay, so just to say, so how max dex bonus works, let's say if your dexterity is, let's just give an arbitrary number, it's a 20, right? And you get +5 to your dexterity. What max dex bonus means is that the highest number, or max, that you can get to your AC from dex is 2.
Yeah, I know.
So
I have 12 dex, so I have a +1 mod. And so
right. So it doesn't. So what I'm saying is it doesn't affect your AC. The max dex bonus does. It basically limits the. So if you have anything, so what I'm saying is if you have anything over a +2 to your dex mod, or sorry, yeah, for your dex mod, then it is limited to dex, to 2. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So because it makes sense, because obviously so like if you are a faster character, it's more cumbersome to have a item that limits your dex bonus, because then you can't use it.
So someone like effectively rogue or something.
Yeah, like a rogue or a monk, would not be using a tower shield, because it decreases. Let's just say if again they have a score of like 20, and they have a +5 to dex, then it means that gets reduced by 3, because it means you're limited by 2.
Okay, I see now.
So that's how it works. So it is 4. So now if you look at the lighter the items you go, then you start noticing, okay, so the lighter item, the higher this cap is. So like, for example, just standard leather, you get a +6 max dex bonus, which basically just says, oh, hey, like if you have a dex bonus of 6 or less, then it's unaffected. Anything greater than that, it is affected. There you go. Gotcha. Okay, so it is 4.
2 questions, and then I'll let you go for the night. Ready?
Gotcha. Ready. Let's go.
So first, am I allowed to change this into any weapon or armor? Like, for example, an exotic weapon. Not that I would want to, because I don't have any exotic proficiencies, but if I wanted to change it...
Correct, you could. But again, as I said before, once you already have used 4, you have 6 remaining. Of that, I will say in order to unlearn it, you basically have to go through the entire process again. Of like setting them up. And for some reason that your character will find out, you can only do this whilst in specific places. Notably, Hollow Arc is one of them. And similar places similar to it.
Okay. I see.
And
then last...
What's up? Go for it. No, you're good.
Actually, I guess I have 2 questions.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, go for it.
If I change it into a ranged weapon, again, not that I would do that very often, but if I change it into a ranged weapon, how does ammunition work?
So you'd still need arrows, basically.
Okay.
Or
so I could
actually,
change it into
what I might do to make it just a little bit more fun. I'm gonna make this a little more fun. So I'm gonna say you use your anima, i.e. spell points, in order to power your attack. If you succeed an anima roll, it uses nothing. If you fail an anima roll, then it uses a spell point. And since
Okay.
you don't have any spell points yet, obviously you wouldn't be able. Yeah. Yes. So if you succeed, you basically get to shoot. If you don't, then you pretty much waste your standard action. So it's kind of like AC, another layer on top of AC. But given that this is a magical arrow, it hits the target regardless.
Oh, okay.
It
so
does.
I pass the ammo roll, but then it.
Yes, but you guaranteed are going to hit the target. It is not. I will say this. It is not. What's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't rely off of AC. Basically, it's just raw damage that ignores AC.
So like magic missile.
Yeah, kind of like magic missile. Yeah. Shift form. The anima DC. I'm going to make it 30. Change forms.
30.
Yeah. So you're rolling 3 stats, and you pretty much need to roll an
Yeah.
average on 10 of each.
Easy enough.
What's that?
Who you talk to?
Josh.
Josh.
Yeah, we're refining the items because Caitlin, you know how bad my thing is. My tendency is if I leave an item unchanged.
You still haven't given me my star dagger from Desna.
I know, but this is something I can't actually click and drag. I will have to do that. Here, I'm going to say, in the case that you are using a bow and arrow, you succeed a anima DC of 35. Well, do I want to do 35 or do I want to do I think, yeah, it's gonna be 14. Yay! We're gonna do 36. DC of 36 in order to fire a magical bolt dealing 2d4 points of.
What's the anima DC of shifting the form?
It is 30.
Okay.
And uses a swift action. Okay. 2d4 points of magic damage. Perfect. Yeah, I think that. Okay, and then what's your last question?
My very last question is, what is the armor check penalty I'm going to get from this if it is a tower shield? Because tower shield by default has a minus 10 ACP. The Darkwood one I have, the like Masterwood, Darkwood, blah blah blah, my starting one, because it's made of Darkwood, it lowered the ACP to -7 because Darkwood is lighter than regular.
I'm going to
materials.
make it -4. I'm gonna put that
Sounds
on.
good.
So I'm gonna let's see.
You can just add it next to tower shield.
I got it. Yeah.
And that's it. That is
cool.
all I have. That is a functional weapon.
It's a full functional weapon / item / thingy
/ thing.
Yes, it is very versatile. Here, armor class, it says 2 max dexterity. Okay, yeah, I can literally just change. Oh yeah, I can literally just change it. We're gonna put. I'll just change it to 7. There we go. So let's put your ACP as 7. There we go. Perfect. Alrighty. And then if you have any other questions for me, just let me know and we'll go from there. I'm also gonna copy and paste this into Rosie's character sheet as well for Yanka. She also has a fragment of it too. So
oh yeah, can it do the same thing mine can?
Yes,
but it's like
yes,
the
it can.
version.
Yes,
oh that's
literally.
so funny.
Yes, yeah, that was the direction I was going for. I was like, ooh, interesting. This would be very fun. And I was like, you know what? This is actually kind of silly. I just need to make sure that she only has a dagger.
Oh, my fucking iPad just died.
Oof. Alright, well, if you don't have anything else, I will be seeing you around soon, my friend.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, you good?
Sorry, my internet just died for a second.
It was just like killed.
Anything you said
Oh no.
last minute.
No, it's all good. No, I was just saying. All right. So if you got anything else, just let me know, and then if not, I will see you later, my friend.
I think that's it. I feel like I had like one more thing to ask.
Oh yeah. What's up?
Not that I intend on ever doing this,
Mm-hmm.
but because that's not the type of build that I have, so it would be impractical. But if I wanted to make it, like, would I be able to be like, I turn it into 2 swords? Dual
Yes.
wield, or
yes, you could, but they still do the same.
And that's it.
All right, perfect.
That's fine.
Heck yeah.
All right. Well,
All
I will see you next Monday.
I will see you
This was
next
an
Monday.
excellent
This was
session.
Awesome. Love this shit. This was so much fun. I'm also hyped. Like we've gotten into now. You're getting into the meat. And you feel yourself as a player now, starting to kind of get into the whole thing, and I'm really, really excited for what you're
I'm starting to like memorize names and locations.
And it's like it's clicking, and it's like this is where this is.
So we say Falum, and I go, I know where that is.
I know where that is. I know what that is. You hear Levia.
I'm writing it all down in Obsidian right now, so now I can link things together and eventually be like, oh, I don't remember what this is. Oh, just kidding.
Just kidding. No, I got it. I got his notes. Eventually, it'll become second nature. All right, I'll see you around.
I'll see you.
Yeah, I'll see you. Bye. Peace.
Bye.
Bye. Oh shit.
Okay.
I just read what you put. Pondering moral philosophy on what people deserve to live and die. He's turning into Levia. Being replaced. I think she's gonna have a transition from being an Oracle of Iamide to an Oracle of Desna Pharasma. She's going through it. Oh yeah, I will.
That's what she's thinking right now. And given that Iamide is a god, I'm sure she can tell that something is shifting in their relationship.
Absolutely.
And whether or not you want to do that is up to you.
Ooh, what do you mean by Levia's old style?
Short hair. Maybe different bangs because she has more side swept bangs and curly hair.